How's it going? What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! One mechanic's in the house. How's it going? Tanner Clinton. CP usually starts at 9 Eastern, not 8:22 Eastern. Yeah, I decided to start a little early tonight. I decided to start just a touch early. Mr. Subaru's in the house. We got 5 people. Bill Beckett. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's the return of CP. It's like I never left. Diabolical. What's up, man? How's it going? How's it going, John? Good to see you, buddy. Glad to see everybody coming here. Oh, it's been a rough go around. It's been a rough couple days, or a couple weeks, couple months, last month, damn near. How's everybody doing? Gearhead, how's it going? Trying to hydrate my voice as much as possible. Joey Barth, what's up, man? What's up, Joey Barth? I'm not used to this. My eyes are just not handling the light, so I can't see the screen. Amaris Industries, what's up? Arnie, is that what it was? Anthony Bressler. I apologize if I don't remember some of you guys, because some of you guys changed your names. Existing. Mr. Subaru says existing. Gary Crafter, what's going on? Yes. Yeah, aren't we all? We all are existing. Nick Hildebrand, what's up, Nick? Respect two-way street. What's up? Respect is a two-way street. Hell yeah. Montevello Mustang, here for the Bald Eagles. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to let them saw. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! We're letting the Bald Eagles come in. Caw-caw! Turnings by Turners. Oh, man. Gosh, Lord Almighty. It's good to be back. It's good to be back on Fridays. It's good to see all you in here already. It has been an exciting time. We've got some sneak peeks tonight that'll come out, maybe. Maybe. Brand new tools, never seen before. Well, I mean, they might have been seen. Everyday Fleet Tech, RJW, Blazebox, Henry 3R. Yes, the CP Nation turning, Tanner. The CP Nation's coming in hot. 25-31. 25-31. Mars has got the eyes out, looking out eyes. Blazebox, man. How you doing, Blaze? Blaze, man, you must have been busy, cat. I haven't seen you much lately. There's a good dude right there, man. Good mechanic, good technician. A lot of good technicians in here. A lot of them I'd like to see. Brian Meadows, what's going on? Yeah, it's cold here too, Brian. It's cold. It got down to 20. It's at 20 so far, and that's at 7:30 at night here. That's not good when it's at 20 this time of night. You got to rub a little stuff on my lips here because I'm getting dry already. Nick Priest, what's going on? Wrench and bolts. Wrench and bolts. Who's wrench and bolts? What the heck is wrench and bolts? Air Ratchet, what's up? Air Ratchet. We got some new people. Wrench and bolts. Who's wrench and bolts? I don't remember seeing that name before. Air Ratchet, I remember maybe a couple times. Right on, Blaze. Yeah, that's good, Blazebox. I'm glad. I figured you've been busy because I haven't seen you much. Haven't seen or heard much of you, so I figured you have been. Definitely not ratchets and nuts. Yeah, Zachary Lawson. Tanner Clinton. Yes, Air Ratchet, you do? Did you change your name? Boy, I tell you, I got a bad memory, so I mean, I'm not. I apologize. I know it sounds familiar. I appreciate you commenting every video. Gosh, man, I feel bad when somebody tells me that. I feel like I'm a dummy. ETR Garage, what's up, man? Maybe it's because I'm used to talking. Maybe I don't talk to you as much on the live streams as I do on that. Jim C, what's going on? Sound like I heard doors shut. Everything looks backwards on my stream. Do I have the camera messed up? I gotta check something here. Stream. Do I have the camera messed up? Oh, I guess if you're looking at me, that's pretty much how things look. You ever have that moment where you feel like you're just thrown off? That's this moment right now. Joey Morrison, what's going on? Ian Rose, BSS, how you doing, BSS? Thank you, appreciate it. I checked out. I watched a lot of your guys' stuff. I didn't probably comment a lot. Congratulations to BSS finally hitting that 1K mark. In fact, you cruised right past that 1K mark. Just kind of propelled right over the top of it. Just an awesome person to get there. Larry Borstrom, the outlaw. The outlaw, Larry Borstrom's coming in here. Gearhead, I've been in the moment since November 3rd. I hear you, brother. 36 people in the chat. Cruising right along. Oh my gosh, it's Tarek. You make me sick. I didn't miss you. God, Lord. Tarek, my brother from another mother. Man, it is good to see you, brother. It is damn good to see you. It is damn good to see you in the chat. That was weird. That popped right up in between two comments. UK man Ian. UK man Ian. What's up from UK maintenance engineer? Enjoy your videos, honest to the point. Thank you, Ian. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tarek, how you been, brother? I'm looking to have a few people on tonight, I think, to help me not strain my vocal cords. Larry Borstrom, $5 holla. Love it, man. Joey Morrison, I don't see. Joey, how you doing, buddy? Larry Borstrom with the $5 holla. Wait, I forgot. I can do this. That's right. Tarek, this guy again. You make me sick. I didn't miss you. Larry Borstrom with the $5 holla. The $5 holla. Tom Gun Tools. My hat's off to you, my man. The SK Master. The SK Guru right there. SK Tools Guru. Joey, how you doing? Are you hanging in there? AgTech 45. You're not late. I'm early. You're not late. I'm early. Joey, you all right? Everything good? You getting along all right? Tarek, everything is going pretty good. That's good. I haven't heard from you, so I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to bother you. I know you're a busy guy. I feel bad bothering people. Me and Tarek text and whatnot, and I feel bad sometimes texting him because I know he's busy. I've been busy. Definitely been trying to play catch up. Tell you what, Tools, man. Tools have been slow. January's not a crazy great month. Later on the stream here, we got something that I will show you guys. I figure you guys as pretty much my exclusive, I don't know, members only. You come to the live stream. So I got something that I'm going to show you. You'll probably see it on other channels, maybe 2-3 weeks after I show it. That's how it works. But this is an exclusive Mac Tools tool. It is. I did a little research. We'll talk about it. I think it's cool. I think it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. I actually really am happy that I got it. You're doing good, buddy. All right, Larry. Joey. Jim C, what's the price for the newly rebuilt CT761 with 2 new batteries and a charger? I wish I could tell you, Jim C. I honestly don't know that information off my head. You would have to contact Snap-on dealer. I don't own a CT761. It's time for, I cannot see. It's time for this toolbox flying off the roof. Okay. Wrench and bolts. Who is wrench and bolts? Let's see here. My tool spending is out of control. Yeah, I can imagine. Amaris Industries. Arnie. Thank you, my kind sir. The $5 holler. Always love the $5 holla. Arnie, that is awesome. Thank you very much. That helps out a lot. Helps out a lot. Every little bit helps out a lot. Been just hanging in there. Just living the dream. Well, that's good. That's good. No, I did not. The Saab key was a whole... Man, I'll tell you what. My head hurts right now from the Saab. Let me tell you a little something about Saabs. I mean, obviously there's situations where you have to work on cars. It's kind of one of those situations. It was a friend's deal. He tried to work on it. 2006 95 Saab. I think I said it 2008 in the video, or maybe 2003. I don't know, because at this point it didn't matter. We actually had the factory Saab scan tool, which, if you guys don't know, Saab's been out of business for well over a decade now because they're terrible cars. The Saab 95 is its own animal, and absolutely, there's literally like 4 different guys trying to figure out how to program the keys on this car. They're just, I don't, programming keys is such a, I'll tell you what, guys, when I talk about modules and stuff in my videos, it's a nightmare. It really is. It can be a nightmare. I don't know how some of these other channels are doing it. I don't ever see a lot. I don't know if I'm not following the right content for people, but I can tell you that there's not a week that goes by where there isn't 4 or 5 modules getting programmed. Honestly. Electric ratchet. I'm getting old. That's awesome, Air Ratchet. A CP only flange. Yes, exactly. Oh, there you go. Mr. Subaru. Coming in hot. Last I knew was 129. That sounds pretty close to what most of them are. I know my buddy got his 8810 rebuilt, and it was right at 125 bucks. I gotta shut this fan down. I'm not gonna lie, I've been buying some different kinds of tools here lately, if you get my drift. Oh yeah, Blaze. I can imagine, dude. You've been getting into some different brands. I can understand. The American tool market right now is kind of soft. I don't know. There's a lot of people doing a lot of same stuff, so I don't know. It's that time of year, I think. First of all, a lot of them are getting ready to do kickoffs, and I know that Mac Tools just had their yearly annual deal, which was done via Zoom or whatever. That sucks. But congratulations to my dealer. My dealer ended up number 6, platinum dealer. My Mac guy. Guys, I can't tell you. I'm so happy with my Mac guy. It's not even funny. My Mac guy blows all my other tool dealers out of the water. They have to step up their game. Stephen Letts, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Stephen Letts is, you guys don't know. Let me see here. I got to figure out. Guys, I don't know what the hell. I haven't been doing this for so long now. I can't remember how to. I have to go in, I'll bet, and manually do it. There we go. There we go. All right. It's Josh. That's who Wrench and Bolts is. If I'd have put your picture up there, I could have seen. Wrench and Bolts, you change your name, you sneaky little devil, you. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Subaru. Definitely. Appreciate that. One Mechanic. coming in with the $5 holla. I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate that. It helps out a bunch. Being off for a month definitely puts a guy behind, I can tell you that much. I'm so I can't even. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. ECW. Hey, just got done shooting an update video on the 4th. Thanks again for the shout out. Definitely helped out, gain some subs. Perfect. ECW, you are a great, respectful person, and I appreciate it. ECW gave me a shout out. We're almost to 4,000 subscribers. We're just right there to the cusp, you know. And ECW was kind enough to give a shout out on Instagram as a little token of my appreciation. I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate that. You give and take, good boys. And ECW gets it. Respect. That's respect to him. Tony Couture. Blaze, glad I'm not the only gearhead. Yeah. 47 watching, 21 likes. Let's hit that like button. Thank you. We're up to 60 now. We're moving right along. Tom Gun Tools. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you that. The SK aficionado. Dude, Tom, I officially dub you the SK aficionado. I mean, I've been buying an SK for a long time, but I'll tell you what, man, you are definitely the most passionate on YouTube, so you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it, buddy, without a doubt. You know what I mean? Like that's for you. Nick Pixel Super Sticker. How did I flip over that? Missed that one right there. 2006 9.5. It's a 2006 9.5. I thought it was 9.5. Anyways, super sticker $2.99 from Nick Pixel TV. Much love to you, brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see here. Wrenching bolts, wrenching bolts, wrenching bolts. Yes, 2006 9.5. If anybody's got any information, works for tools. If anybody's got any suggestions on a 2009, 2006 9.5 Saab, please feel free. But I'll tell you what, she is not good. Ed, one of the good ones. I never had any problems with my Saab. What do you know about Saabs, Paul? Do you got any ways to program a key? Bootlegging program in a 2006 Saab? I banned China and Europe. I vote with the pocketbook. There you go. I'll tell you what. That's not a bad way to do it, Larry. 100%. The poor Canadians, there's our Canadian buddies. AgTech and Dano, you guys, we kind of went against you guys. Believe it or not, my Mac Hill dealer is the best I have. I don't doubt it, Air Ratchet. There's definitely good dealers out there, okay? There's no doubt about it. It's just hard. Some of them are hard to deal with. They just constantly. Let's see here. Oh, gotcha, Blaze Box. I gotcha. Some pew pew. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah. Pew. Yeah, gotcha. That's good, Blaze. A lot of people have. Right? Does anyone think I should get some tools for my Snap-on? Absolutely. Yep, no China for me. Lockdown. Give me time to find people who like tools. Enjoy things. If it's broken, I'll get it fixed. Heck yeah. Thank you, Occupant. What's up, brother? Tom Gun Tools once again. You guys come in here hot. Come in here hot. Sub to ECW today. I really am appreciative of ECW. He's a good kid. Can't wait till my door source so I can start making videos again. Oh man, that sucks, Blaze. Sorry to hear that. Hey, Brian Lamontage, how you doing? What's your opinion on snap-on roll pin punches? Very well made. Some of the best. Sam, if you're wanting high quality, I definitely would not be scared to get them. You know, I can't say anything bad because they're being made. They're cold forged. Some of the best processes in the world. Snap-on punches really have punches and chisels and whatnot are definitely top notch. Hardened, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm getting way behind in the chats already. Hello, fellow Buckeye. Nick Pixel in with another super chat. Nick, you want to come on for our 1-year anniversary stream? You want me to send you a link so you can come on? You little fella, you? Nick Pixel and me 1 year ago to the day, or just about to the day, to the week. We did a live stream together for the very first time, and I met Nick. So I've known Nick for a little over a year now. If you guys don't know Nick Pixel has a channel that he tries to help people start up YouTube channels, help them, you know, kind of fine tune their YouTube channels. And I will say he's getting kind of busy, so he's getting kind of tough to get a hold of him. Snap-on punches are the best. Arnold, all the roll punches I've ever used for the same. Yes. Sell it. At the shop, we had to call Ukrainian to program German vehicles and Saab came. Oh, yeah. That doesn't surprise me. Kyle Karpovich, how you doing, buddy? Take it to the boneyard. Best way to handle a Saab story. Larry Borgstrom, that is a good deal. Whistle and diesel it, yeah. What is our first topic tonight? Of my Snap-on Mac, Matco. My Matco dealer's number one. Wish he was a Snap-on Mac guy instead. Yeah. See, you know, it goes both ways. You know, dealers it changes. You know, it's personality. A good dealer is hard to, you know. My Snap-on dealer's probably I don't know, my cornroll dealer's a little bit better than my Snap-on dealer. My Snap-on dealer's third right now. He would have been third. Well, he would have stayed third. My Matco dealer's just was flighty. Hello, Patrick Farms. Jared Wilson, how's it going, buddy? Patrick Farms. Greasy, Shoprag, Scott Seidel, up in the big Wisconsin, eh? Well, I guess that's Canadian, isn't it? Big Wisconsin, man. Getting that rack made in the back of your Suburban there, buddy. That's a pretty cool video. Pretty cool stuff going on there, Scott. Awesome. I'm glad I helped Mike Luffy. Snap-on roll pin punch option. Snap-on roll pin punch question. What? Opinion. CP. I just said that. Said they're pretty. I said they're some of the best. Sam, am I not coming through? Am I reading the same comment over? I'm confused. Yeah, I said that already, Sam. Did you not catch me? Don't mess with me like that. Don't mess with me like that. Yeah, Montevello. I just kind of found everybody randomly. Yes, it has, eh, Ratchet? Already slipped. Right after my dealer said he was quitting. How about them Hoosiers beating your Hawkeyes? Must have been at basketball. Wasn't it wrestling or football? Snap-on punches are great. I have Wild sold at Menards roll pins. Those are USA made too. I love Starrett's too. Stephen Letts, buddy, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. BSS, usually it takes about a month, about 30 days. Get your AdSense in right away. I can tell you that much. You definitely want to jump on that right away. Oh, they might be faster now too. Mine was right in a time where it was a transition period. Nick stole my credit card share information. Won't share. Ha! 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 Oh gosh, chess man. Oh boy, Mike Swindle, what's going on? Oh, Sam asked again. Well, I just spent a. What in the heck did you buy for 180 on the steals and deals? I didn't find anything but that long extension that I liked. I'm curious. I'm curious what you got. Basketball. Congratulations, Chad Brown. Bought 100th anniversary 68-inch Epic. Well, I'm glad you bought. I'm glad you're happy. That's good. Crooked Coop Homestead. How's it going? Great Tools Canada has some great punches. They too have some vintage set. Awesome. Yeah, I wished it worked as well as it did too. In fact, I actually got rid of my Mac locking flex, traded it in for a non-locking 18-inch. Oh yeah, see that USA tab? Oh yeah, these suckers right here. I'm going to do a shootout, I think, against my Snap-on with this. I feel pretty confident that I am going to take the Snap-on to the bank with this ratchet. I have a feeling that this ratchet is the strongest ratchet on the planet. My 13 inches, I beat the crap out of it. 90 tooth, I really do like it. Say hi to my nephew Chase. Chess, he's 4 and he's watching. What's up, Chase? How you doing, buddy? Or Chess? Is it Chess? Chase? Chess? Little fella? Did your uncle misspell your name? Crooked Coop Homestead, how's it going? Just ordered a KCP 1422 for my Snap-ons. Good box for the money. On is a good. I just ordered a KCP from. Is that a question? I don't know if that's a question or that's a statement. Got me an oxy acetylene torch. And hello, brother. What up, buddy? You staying in tonight? I guess so. I don't think there's really anything going on. Greg Frenark, what's up? If it's not broke, it's fix it. It's not broken, fix it. How's it going? Yeah, come on in, ACW. I'll shoot you a. Let's get you on, buddy. Let's shoot you in here tonight. I'd like to get maybe 2 people on, maybe. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Pause for the cause. Pause for the cause. Let's get ECW on here. Copy. You guys still hear me? While I'm fiddle farting around here. Come on. You guys hear me still while I was doing all that? Oh my Lord. I don't know if I can do this all night. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do it. My voice is already getting... CP, just look at this other guy. Yeah, that's my other channel. If you guys don't know, CP the Average Blinker. I'm the biggest Snap-on fan, starting to lean towards my new Mac Access. I definitely... So the thing is, this ratchet is 100% USA made. Okay, but the locking flex Max, so you guys know they're in here, not worth buying. Do not buy them. Between Snappy Dual 80 and Mac Access, I'm betting Snappy. Both my 1/4 and 3/8 Access ratchets have slipped on me, both basically brand new. Wow, I've never had a problem. Never had one single problem with my 3/8 13 is used the most, and I've not had one freaking issue with it. The craftsmanship with this, we're gonna find out. I hate to do some ratchet torture testing, but I'm gonna do some. Just for this instance only, because nobody else has done it between the Matco, the Mac, the Snap-on. I'm going to give it hell. Yeah, Snap-on, yeah, KCP. I wouldn't get anything but the Epic. That's just my opinion. Adam Danello, what's up? He said PC. What's up, Grim? How's it going, man? How you doing up there? You staying warm? Lone Star Auto, what's going on, man? I was so close to that box, my dealer called and he said, sold for $700. Okay, Montebello, I'll shoot you a link. Precision torque wrenches work great. Yeah, absolutely. I sent Blake, I sent you ECW Blake, I sent you a link to your Instagram. Just click on that link. You'll come in here then. Is trade info, you gotta, did you order them? Pay the guy money. Aerostar Ramirez, what's going on? Pat Liv, what's up, man? Still in Cambodia. Man, you crazy, brother. 30-inch ratchet, I have not, Jim C. I've not done anything with it, but I know they have messed up. Yeah, non-locking's the way to go. That's a 3/8. That's a 3/8. Jared Harbaugh, what's going on? Access 3/8 beat the Snap-on, but the 1/4 inch goes to Snap-on. Walter Frederick, what's going on? How you doing? Heavy Wrench did buy the precision torque wrenches. Yes, he sure did. They had the 3/8 LP 90 flex head for 60. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. And then the extension I thought was a good one. The 30-inch extension on the SK Steals and Deals was a good one. Let's see if we got caught up here. No, I don't use mine as much, but I do use, seems like I use my 3/8 13-inch quite a bit, and then I'll use I have a long Snap-on. Seems like I'm always using those to break stuff loose in certain situations. I use my 1/4 inches a lot still. We have waste oil heater and keep the heat cranked up. I'm too old to work in the cold. I hear you, buddy. I hear you 100%. Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's a huge back order. Hold on. Negative. You got to click on the link, ECW. I cannot add you in. You have to click on. Oh, here we go. He got it. He got it. Oh, you were there. You were there. I seen your name pop up, ECW. What happened? Whatever you did, you were there. Power Stone Jude. Well, you're almost there. You're popping up, but you're not getting in. Those metric 3/8, 12.10 to 19 universal sockets for 166 was real steel because just bought them. Oh, must have been on the 510. Must have been on the SK deals. I might have missed that. I got the snap-on deal. I started swinging them ratchets, and I got around. Head 3/8 anvil best. Change your settings, ECW, to make sure it's computer desktop. Change your settings to desktop. Yeah, you're welcome, Tanner. Heavy Wrench, what's up, buddy? How's it going, Phil? Howdy, Phil. Yep, Mac is super backed up. Oh yeah, I bought the Mr. Subaru. Did you buy the impact kit? I bought the impact kit. I thought maybe I don't know why you would have. You're a Milwaukee guy, but I could have swore you did. But I bought the. Well, I'll be dipped. What's going on here? I've had this kit on order now for. I bought this impact kit, the $749 impact kit. I ordered it 2 weeks ago. I'm waiting on it. It's on back order. Oh, this kit's awesome. I had some cheaper half-inch sockets in the bigger end, so that's how I'm justifying it. But that Mac impact kit, that was a pretty smoking deal on that deal. Yeah, I definitely have trouble with mine locking. Oh, Montebello, hold on. Sending you a link now. Sorry, buddy. Alrighty. Congratulations to Montebello, too. If you guys haven't checked out Montebello's channel, we'll check him out. I'll be damned. You know me in technical jargon. All right, Montebello, link sent. Oh, okay, that's what it was. That's what it was, Mr. Subaru. I couldn't remember. I was like thinking to myself, I remember you sent that to me, but I don't remember what I was doing. Probably sicker than hell that day, and I just was out of it. All right, we're about to get Montebello in here. I'm gonna have to hook up some other stuff here real quick. Dwayne V, what's up, man? JC Smith, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I sent in a Mac Air Tool for repair in August and still don't have it back, and I think they lost. You'll get a brand new one then. I'll guarantee it. I'll guarantee you'll get a new one. They don't listen to me. I can tell you that much. What happened to Montevello? I can't get anybody on StreamYard tonight. What in the French toast is going on here? What in the French toast is going on here? I had ECW down here and he just disappeared. Oh, there's Montevello. He might be coming back. We might have got him for good. Oh, yep, we got him. Yep. We got him in here.
Now.
Yeah.
Had to go.
How's it going, man? Congratulations. Congratulations on hitting your 1,000 too, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm out here hiding
What's
in the
going
car.
on, Bo Freak? All right, I'm sending in Mr. Simru's coming on too. It looks like he wants in on this. Nope, we got this. There he is. Blake's here. He's out. He's working.
I had to restart my phone.
You got her now, though, don't you, buddy?
Yep. I had to restart my phone. It was being stupid. It wouldn't click on
Yeehaw.
restart it. So.
Oh, Jesus. I slammed the table so hard my Snap-on coffee cup came flying down. Oh, what's going on, fellas? Tell me what's going on. I'm all ears. I need a little break from my voice. It's getting choppy.
What is he doing? It looks like he's got a car torn apart.
He does. He's working on his pickup. You got to check out his channel. He's got an old Ford pickup he's working on.
Yeah, I'm stripping the cab off. Nothing.
Dent side Ford pickup. There you go. Just like JC said. She's a dent side. I got to take
off the complete floor pan, completely redo the supports underneath everything. Take that off, sandblast it, do the frame, sandblast the frame, the bed. Just completely redo it while I'm at it.
Man, your audio sounds good. You got a mic, Blake?
No, I'm just using my phone.
Wow, your audio sounds pretty good for just a phone. I got to tell you.
Guess here in the barn, I really ain't got no wind noise, so that probably helps.
Yeah, it probably does. So Blake, why don't you go ahead and why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? This is Blake. Don't say your last name, Blake. I don't condone telling people with last names. But this is Blake. He's got a channel, ECW Performance, I believe it is.
Yeah, it was just kind of one day, so why not?
Yeah. Blake's a very, I just can't say enough good things about the kid since I met him. Been a super respectable kid. He's very, hats off to his parents. They've done a good job raising him. He's just a fine example of what young people are today. You know, what young people can be today. He wants to build trucks and whatnot, and I'm just super impressed with the kid. He definitely has my vote of confidence of the future. I don't know if that's bad or good to say, but I definitely appreciate him. He's good. I enjoyed listening to him. I enjoy listening to his channel when he talks about stuff. You know, he's looking through the world through an eyes of a younger person is really nice. Sometimes for all of us to step back and, you know, kind of just take note of what's going on. You know, so. But Blake, enough about me talking about you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about you, about where you got to where you're at? What your channel is all about?
Well, my channel, it's about this thing, and my dad and I picked up my uncle's 79 K5 Blazer that my uncle bought brand new. It's been sitting for probably 20 years, hasn't drove in about a year just around the farm, but it's got a 350 double hump heads, cam, stuff like that. It's old school, but we're restoring that from the ground up. And this thing, it's completely getting restored, but this thing was actually my first actual truck. Bought it for $3,000. Has the 360. It had the motor completely went through, and then my brother-in-law, he was pulling a 30-foot gooseneck right after the rebuild, going about 90. Shelled the cam bearing. So I figured I looked underneath. I was going to just rebuild the motor, put it in, but with the amount of money and time I'm putting into it, I might as well just redo it while it's apart.
So how far along are you on it, and where did you start? You completely stripped it down now, and you're putting it back together? Or?
Bed's still on, cab still. Well, it's sitting on the frame now. It's stripped. Body mounts and everything are out. But yeah, the front clip completely took it out. Motor out, sitting on my stand over here apart. Got to send that off to the machine shop, make sure everything's true on it, get a line hone, stuff like that. New cam bearings knocked in, but
pretty good for. How old are you, Blake?
15, be 16 in March.
Take note, fellas. You heard that.
Yeah, my uncle, he was my father figure my whole life, but he worked at a shop for, well, since I was about 3. I went there every summer, every day I had off of school for the past 10 or now probably the past 12 years. For the past 3 years we were there. I was working all the time.
There we are.
We break, stuff like that. I learned that and dove into this.
Yep. There we go.
Mr. Subaru's got audio now. He's good to go.
I don't know if y'all could install me or not. It was saying having trouble connecting.
Yeah, it was for a minute, and then you finally got in, and then you left for a second. But Blake was just telling us about his channel. 15-year-old young mechanic in training right now. He's about to turn his what I guess go down his path. Talking about his path, tearing up the old Ford here.
Yeah,
Blake, where are you from?
Missouri.
You sound like you're from Missouri.
Yeah.
You sound like you're from my neck of the woods.
Oh.
Hey, Missouri people talk just like they're from the South, though. I kid you not. I can't tell where anybody's from because I know people from Missouri talk exactly like him. I go down the Ozarks all the time, and it's like normal to me to listen to it.
Yep.
So,
we're about an hour or so from Ozarks there. So
yeah.
Redneck Central around here.
Oh, I knew that. You told me that the other night.
What is it he's working on? Y'all said old Ford truck?
Yeah, the 71 F-250.
I got a 66 at the house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was my daddy's. It's a 66. I think they used to call them the F-100 Ranger, wasn't it? I don't think it's just a Ranger. And it's 360, 363 on the tree.
Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive. Blaze Box, you're 100% correct. It is impressive that after listening to him and the things he says, I definitely agree. He doesn't talk like a 15-year-old kid. He talks like a 30-year-old guy. Like, it's just impressive when he talks about his stuff. He knows his thing. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, at the shop, I was doing suspension, brakes, oil changes, stuff like that for about the past 3 years. We left there because they sold it. New owner, well, that was an issue. So we did that. I've been helping my uncle do his own thing. I rebuilt my first engine and transmission when I was 12. Rebuilt the 355 block. Rebuilt the 6L80E twice, and my brother's 2011 Silverado. Turbo 400 this past year, a 454 for my brother-in-law's square body. That was his grandpa's, and been at this for a while. So.
Master Tech by the time he's 25. You wait and see.
Right. You said he was how old? 15.
15.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know he was 15 when I would watch his videos. I never guessed it. He's spot on. He knows his stuff. You don't normally hear 15-year-old kids that are talking about changing cam bearings and stuff like that. I mean, he's in there tearing apart his truck. He knows his stuff. So
most 15, 16-year-olds around here are running around with their truck all squatted and putting daggum subs on it and underglow lights.
Right.
That ain't happening.
That's cool, man. So, Mr. Subaru Tech, if you haven't met him, he's it's good. He's on here now. I guess got a pretty big channel. He's got 177,000 or 77,000, something like that. Or 80,000 now.
Like 78,000. I don't know. I've stalled out in the last 5 months. Like I was going gangbusters, and now like I'm just creeping a couple hundred subs.
Probably take off again. It's been weird.
I don't know.
YouTube's weird. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
He's got quite a bit of following. Does a lot of Subaru content. In fact, I actually talked to a guy over in the UK last night. I ran across his channel, and he's a Subaru tech, and he goes, "Oh, I watch all Mr. Subaru's channels or all his videos," and I was
That's
like,
funny.
"Yeah, he's a huge Subaru nut over in the UK, so pretty cool." And then of course we got Montebello Mustang down in Alabama.
Yeah, buddy.
What I forgot. What was your real name?
Jesse.
Jesse. Gosh darn it! I'm so used to
Actually-
calling people by their screen names. You know, it's terrible.
Nobody-
I forget their real names.
Nobody has known my real name until now, except for
Oh, really?
Midwest Tool Review.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. I guess I never. Maybe I thought you did tell me one time before, but I just always call people by their screen names because
Yeah.
I know it's pretty hard to change. Hey, look, Lindsay's here.
Uh-oh.
She found you.
She found me. I'm hiding.
Yeah, hiding from the kids.
Yes. I'm
How's
hiding
the
in
second
her car.
shop? How's the second shop going?
Busy. Busier than I thought it was going to be. So I've been up there all week working on Ford trucks.
Oh boy, that sounds like not fun.
Yeah, all the typical things: exhaust manifolds and timing chains and phasers all week.
Phasers, they're. Yep, seen plenty of those. How about what's going on down your neck of the woods there, Mr. Subaru?
Not a whole lot. Just passing the time right now. I swear that's
how's the Mack truck coming along?
No, it's on the back burner. I've been working on the sandbar the last 2 weeks, filming videos on it. So I've got like 4 or 5 videos in the can. I got to edit. Just film one today, actually.
The sandbar is popular. I will say that.
It's more popular on TikTok than it is on YouTube. That's for sure.
Yeah, they love it. They love it on TikTok, which I love it too. I love the videos. I never knew it had that little hidden compartment under the seat to get to the motor right there.
Yeah.
You know,
there ain't no other way to get to the radiator if you didn't have it, though.
I actually started looking for a sandbar. I mean, I kind of was looking before. I should have bought that one that I found that one time. But I was thinking, man, that'd be pretty cool just to have here because I could run back and forth to the shop with it and just haul stuff and whatnot.
Right. I'm pretty sure we'll sell mine now and find a supercharged one.
That'd be nice. They're hard to find around here. Are they pretty relevant down there?
No, I mean, I'm just going to buy it in Japan and import it. I'm not going to.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, mine, they sell for like $1,000 in Japan at auction. The price is getting imported. I think mine sold for $900 at auction, the one I got now, my 94. And I think it was like $3,700 to import it to get it from Japan to South Carolina.
I'll be damned. Huh. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, not for the truck. The problem is getting it here. They're really cheap for what they sell for over in Japan.
Well, you probably won't have as much problems getting it here now. They'll open everything right up for you.
I know, right?
Yep.
They're gonna open it right up for you.
So we got to stop before we get into politics. You don't want to get me wound up on that.
No, I know you don't want to get me wound up. I've been going hard on the paint all week. I got banned on Facebook 3 times this week.
Dude, I got a cardiologist appointment February 1st because I've been so damn stressed out about it. Panic attacks, anxiety attacks. And we're going to the doctor to get an EKG the other day. I thought I was dying.
It ain't good.
No.
It ain't good. That stuff's no good at all.
Yeah, looks like the shop is on permanent back burner now.
Is it? Got to get healthy again. Got to get out and ride a bicycle.
I don't think it's that I'm not healthy. I think it's I need to get my stress level down.
It'll be all right. Things are going to get better. It's just, I mean, that's the thing. I wish I could. I don't want to elaborate too much, but I did get some information today that made me feel at ease pretty good. I don't think there's going to be I can tell you this much. I don't think there's going to be a war. I honestly don't think it's going to come down to a civil war. I can tell you that the military is divided right now on the whole situation. I
The
can
whole
tell you that.
country's divided right now. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I mean like the military is divided, like the Guard and the Marines are divided
half
right
like
now.
Milwaukee and half like Snap-on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the problem is it's not that even that, because whatever branch you're in, you don't have a choice. You know, I mean that's
Nope.
kind of what the Pentagon says versus what the president's saying. The president has control of the Guard. You know what I mean? Like the president has control of the Guard, and the Pentagon has control of the Army and the Marines and all that stuff. So that elaborates a little bit on that situation.
Space Force.
Yeah. Yep. So
Uh,
there's
hang on, comment. Someone asked me how much something was.
how much for the sandbar, I think.
How much? Maybe. I don't know. I said something about the new Milwaukee Gen 2 ratchets earlier. I think someone said something about it too. I don't think those come out till next month though.
How about the new Koken? How about the new Koken 72 series? Are they flying off like gangbusters? They going pretty hot?
I don't know. I haven't got any numbers on it. Everyone's been kind of quiet with me the last week. I don't know what's going on.
I haven't seen anything on it, but from what you did.
Did you get that UPS package I sent you the other day yet? It might not be here till Monday. I can't remember. I need to give you the
Probably won't get here till Monday.
Yeah,
they're so terrible. Shipping's so bad around here right now because of snow and ice and just lazy people.
It was 60 degrees here today.
No kidding.
Thank
yeah.
goodness. It was
60 here too.
sunny finally.
Well, I tell you, it was 40 here the other day, and I had shorts on. So
good for you. When it's 40 out, I feel like I need an igloo.
40 degrees is a heat wave. 40 degrees is a heat wave. How cold? How cold was it down there, Blake?
Today it was about 30s right now. Here in the barn right now, it's about 20,
oh, really?
22.
You're not much colder. You're not much colder than me, then.
Well,
I think we're right down. I think I'm right at about 20 degrees right now.
Yep.
Was when I came in.
So.
Sorry, we're at 18 right now. I'm down to 18.
48 here.
The last time it was 18 in Alabama, it snowed like 4 foot. That was 5 years ago.
Last time it was 18 in Alabama, everybody moved to the ocean.
Yeah. It's been 5
or
6 years since it's been 18 here.
I bet. This is fat kid weather up here. You know, I'm acclimated to the 20-degree weather now. I actually prefer 30-degree weather. I'll be honest with you. 30 degrees is where my cutoff is right now. At 18, not a fan. And then with the wind blows, it'll be down to single digits in the morning. Every morning it's single digits.
No, spank you. Not for me. Way too damn cold. If it's below 60 degrees, I'm miserable.
Yeah.
Trust me, if I thought I could make the kind of money in the warmer climates, I would. I don't know. I don't know. I think you have to be well established in your southern area before if you try to come from the north and go get established, they're just like, you damn Yankees.
You're 100% right on that. That's how it works.
Yeah. I lived in Missouri for a couple years. I know exactly.
I literally got stopped by a guy in a Caterpillar work truck just like an hour and a half ago. I was walking into Aldi to get groceries. Dude grabbed me. I had a Snap-on coat on. He said, "You a Snap-on dealer?" I said, "No, I was. I'm not now." He said, "I got to ask you, who's a Snap-on dealer around here? I got some stuff I need to get. My dealer sucks. He's a damn Yankee." And I knew the dealer he was talking about. He just moved here from West Virginia.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that still happens here in the South.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I know. Then I have to tell them, hey, look, I'm on your side, so you got it wrong.
It's like people, they say Iowa, but really up there, they're about the same. They just talk different. Redneck Central around here.
Yeah, there's
Blake would fit in fine down here.
Iowa's predominantly the same as. I mean, they're pretty much a lineup with everything goes on in the South usually. There's not much difference other than we grow a lot of corn. That's about
Yeah,
it.
we do too, but we also have beans, and y'all have way
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
Way
there's
more.
there's a lot of corn. We grow 2/3 of the world's corn here.
Yep.
We just process the corn into liquid down here.
Yeah.
That ain't a bad thing. That ain't a bad thing. That's for damn sure.
I think South Carolina just drinks that liquid.
You guys make some pretty good stuff down there too. There's all over down there some good. Well, you guys make tobacco. You got tobacco down there in South Carolina too, don't you? Tobacco fields.
and cotton.
Yep.
You go from
Yes,
here
sir.
down through the center of the state and out, and all you see is tobacco and cotton fields.
Actually, now Alabama is making cars more than anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, our number one export is cars. Mercedes, Hyundai, Honda, I think that, and Toyota. So we have a bunch of car factories in Alabama. Mainly because there's no it's a right to work state, so there's no union. They can't, you don't have to join a union here.
Unions don't exist here.
No, I'm trying to see if I can get. I guess our names aren't popping up. Power Stroke Jude, that's Montevello Mustang. He's got a channel. I don't know why our names aren't popping up.
Aren't they supposed to
Usually
be
they pop up. Usually they pop up. Trying to check out what we got going in the comments here.
Yeah, I've been paying attention. It's hard to do on your phone because it overlays everything.
Tarek says the high-speed Milwaukee ratchets are supposed to be released in February. That's a good topic. I haven't seen much on them. I can't remember if I seen somebody's video on the high-speed Milwaukee ratchet. I don't think I was too impressed. It's the same ratchet, isn't it? I don't know what. Tell me about it.
Milwaukee put their official video up on it. I emailed them the other day about it, and they didn't tell me much. But the head is much smaller. It's smaller,
Okay.
I think, than the Snap-on head. It's still got the stupid paddle trigger, but I think Snap-on's got the market on having the button. I don't know. RPMs are tripled. That was the one thing I didn't like about the Gen 1 fuel M12s, where they were so damn slow.
Right.
I don't know what the torque is. They didn't say. I'm assuming the torque is less because that's what Snap-on said to us was when we were talking about the CTR 761s and stuff, was that it was either RPM or torque. You got one or the other. That's why the Brute's so much slower. To get the 70 foot-pounds out of the Brute, they slowed the RPM down. For the 761B and C model, for the 40 foot-pounds, they claimed those out. That's why they had higher RPM. So I'm assuming that the torque's going to drop on the M12s than what were they rated at? 50, I think. And that's basically it. Smaller head and higher RPM. But they don't have the long neck version. It's going to be the standard length right now, releasing in February.
I definitely would hold out for the long neck then.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. What did they say how many RPM it was? I think that's why I kind of was like blew it off because it was a pretty soft opening.
They did in the video, the official YouTube video, but I do not recall. For some reason, 700 RPMs popping in my head, but that might be too much. I don't know.
That's the SP Air, I think, is. I wonder what that SP Air one's the fastest one I've ever seen. I can't remember what it is. I want to say it's around 770 RPM. That thing is maybe
it was 700 RPM then. I can't remember now.
Somebody knows down that comment box.
I think the original was like 300 or 400 RPM. If anyone wants to go to watch that video real quick, they could tell us.
Yeah. Thank God I don't live in Canada.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Hold on here. All right. This right here is the same as our IR. So
yep. 231.
Yep. I used it at the shop for, well over a year. Works great. Trigger went out of it. I cannot find a trigger kit at all.
Let me see the trigger. There's 2 triggers for that gun.
I don't know if it'll show up very well. I can take it apart if I need to.
Nope.
That's the
I
one
know.
mine.
So turn around the back. Turn around the back there on the back side of it. Is there any sticker left? Nope. It's all gone.
That's my problem. Because
That looks like the first gen 231 is what I would say. And that's probably why you can't find a trigger, because that was the one that they started making in the States. And then they started importing parts for the second gen.
Yeah, all right.
And the second gen is completely different.
I think every one of us has had that gun at one point in our life.
I still have it. I still have it.
I've still got mine. I can't
still
remember
use
if
mine.
or a Mac. I think mine's the Mac version of it. But it's
I still use mine. That's my go-to impact still.
I never
Believe it or not.
owned one, but I was given one at my very first mechanic job to use until I got my snap-on.
People go deaf when I use mine.
I'm not a fan.
It's like a top fuel dragster.
You got to get the Thunder gun for that with the ported exhaust. Which is the same body, if I remember right. It's just yellow and black with like the grip tape on the nose cone.
Yep.
But it's supposed to be higher RPM, and I think it's got a ported exhaust. But it's still not like
600
one NASCAR uses.
It's only around 600 foot-pounds, I think.
There was a channel that just did an update on those and did a torque test. And it was actually surprising that gun did pretty well against a lot of other stuff. And so I can't remember the name of the channel, Top Torque Testing, I think it was. None of the guns are doing what they say they do.
No.
And that gun actually did what it said did closer to what it said it was doing. And of course, then the Matco was like the highest one they had. But it was a pretty legit test. They did a computer graph and everything, and they did it with the hydraulic sleeve and everything. It was pretty hard to argue with. It was like Project Farm style video. But it was definitely awesome. There it is. Oh, it's 450 RPM. Terrace got it. High speed specs, 35 foot-pounds, 450 RPM.
Okay.
So,
I think the Snap-on was like 3 something. I know it's supposed to be faster than what the Snap-ons were supposed to be, but I'm not sure. I still just don't like the paddle switch on them. I can't get over that. It hangs up on stuff and pinch your finger under it. And I like that you can lock it out. I always had trouble with my CTR 761s and stuff when I'd have them in a tool bag. I'd go down the road and they'd be in the back of the Outback or something, and the button gets pushed and they start hauling, and you got to pull over to the side of the road and move them, because if not, it'll sit there and run till the battery dies. So at least with the paddle, you can lock it out where it won't, turn on without having to take the battery out of it.
Yeah, I usually take the battery out of mine when I move them, because they will sit there and run till they die.
Yeah.
I
always have to set them in the tool bag with the trigger facing up, nothing near them. But every once in a while, something would move or fall over on them, and you'd hear them in the bag.
You're just running down the road, and all of a sudden your ratchet takes off on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen more than once.
Mm-hmm.
That or the CT 761 Impact sitting there running around in circles.
Mr. Subaru's got the
right angle Impact. Yeah, I've got it.
How you getting along with it still?
I barely use it, honestly. I used it the other day on pulling the AC compressor off the Mack truck, just because nothing else really would get in there power tool wise, and it did fine on that. But it was just 15 millimeter ACP and AC compressor bolt. But I had no complaints on it. A lot of people said it had no power. The deal is that most people run it with the 2.0, and I don't understand why Milwaukee packs it with a CP 2.0 battery. It really needs a XC 6.0 or 4.0 on it, because it does have less power with the 2.0 or a 1.5 or a 3.0 CP. And it's not that the XC battery people get battery stuff way confused about thinking that a bigger amp hour number is more power. That's not the whole thing of it. The reason that the higher amp hour batteries put more power out is normally because they got 21,700 cells instead of 18,650 cells. That's the bigger cells that, one, allow you more amp hour of power in that pack, and 2, also fuel more power to the actual tool. So it's not that a 6.0 makes more power because it's a 6.0. It's because it's got the better cells than, say, a 4.0 or a 3.0 XP.
Last longer.
Right.
I don't know why people
run time, but you know that's the equation I always try to tell people when they're like looking at the difference between like a 6.0 and a 12.0 Milwaukee battery. I said, think of it like it's your pickup truck. You got a 40-gallon diesel tank in one and a 60-gallon diesel tank in the other. You're not going to get any more power out of the truck. You're just going to get 20 gallons more of diesel driving down the road before you run out of diesel. That's all it really is.
Well, that's what always boggled my mind. So I have that Milwaukee soldering torch, and I don't think it's worth a shit. It doesn't get hot enough.
I just used mine today. I love that thing. I was
using it hot enough.
Attack in the sandbar.
Well, when you're trying to solder together 13 wires and you're wanting to go, and you're used to a torch that gets up to 1800 degrees, my butane one, Portisol, it just doesn't hold a candle to it. That's my problem is that I was under the dash trying to solder up wires for a custom truck, and I'm sitting there trying to solder, and I'm like, every one of them, I'm like, where's that Portisol? It's like, wait 5-10 seconds, boom, you suck and solder in right away. Seemed like it took longer. And I think it only gets up to 1200 degrees. That's just not hot enough for getting solder to suck into the wire, especially when you got to get up to bigger gauge wires. It starts to be a pain in the ass. When you get to those bigger.
The majority I've used it for is doing GM instrument cluster rebuilds, and it works great for those because it don't take much to do the little pads for the stepper motors. And that tack I wired into, I think it was like 16 gauge or something. So it's good until you get about to a 12 gauge, and then it does take quite a bit more time.
The thing about it is why it blew my mind is everybody says, well, you should be using it with a 4.0 battery. I'm like, okay, I tried that. What's that?
The solder, and I use a 2.0 and a 1.5.
Right, and that's what I said. That's what I said, and that's what everybody give me this. Oh, well, you put a 4.0 on it, it works better.
No, people don't understand how batteries work at power tools. Apparently,
that's like a car.
Control regulated temperature. The circuit board cuts it off no matter what. It don't matter how many amp hours of battery you've got on it. That's just how long it'll last before it dies and doesn't get hot anymore.
Maximum voltage is maximum voltage. That's what that's as good as you're gonna get. That's all the deal.
Guys, I've got to go. My phone is about to die, but I'll.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm gonna get off of here. Let y'all talk. I'm gonna go plug it up and come back in a minute and watch y'all.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, buddy. Thank you.
All right, guys. I'll see you.
Congratulations on the 1K again. Well, he's already gone. He gone. He gone. All right. Well, I emailed Snap-on and asked them why they don't post the normal flyers online. They responded, yes. Matco's the same way. They don't post theirs online either.
I do like the Mac post theirs online because then I can go sneak and look a day or two before my Mac dealer comes in. Unless I see your stuff because you get it like 2 months ahead.
I do get mine 2 months ahead, and I'm going to continue to get it 2 months ahead for a reason.
Was there anything good in flyer number 3? Because flyer number 2 sucks. I finally got mine today. Mac dealer.
Let's see if I got flyer number 3 yet.
Number 2 ain't got jack in it.
I'll get flyer number 2 here. Oh shit! I should have looked at flyer number 2. I haven't looked at it yet.
You did a video on it the other day.
Or no, flyer number 2. Flyer number 3.
Yeah,
I got flyer number 3. I got flyer number 3 already.
No, I was going to say you did number 2 already. There wasn't nothing in.
What's that?
Looks like he's glitching out or something.
Blake, you there?
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was cutting in and out for y'all too or not. Or if it was
it was.
Your video like zoomed in, or you moved the camera or the phone or something. It got picked.
I tell you what, it was $10. I figured this thing was going to be a hunk of crap. It's that cheap 25-inch pry bar from Walmart. It's got like a 5-inch shank. I've used it on suspension and everything, and it's pretty tough.
It's a wild. It's a USA made wild.
Yep.
Wait,
I figured for
Walmart has wild to
brakes,
it?
I'm gonna have to download it and pull it up later. I haven't. They just sent it to me in a PDF.
I just picked it up the other day. I looked at it. I was like, why not? Can't hurt nothing.
Yep. They're damn good. Let's see Flyer 3 on the live stream tonight, CP. No, I can tell you. Well, they just had their sales meeting, but I did get this from my Mac guy. I know it's not super exciting, but it is kind of neat.
Yeah, those look really nice.
These are one-handed opening. They're 20% reduced grip. So Vice Grip actually has these, and obviously because Stanley Black & Decker owns Irwin, Mac has.
I figured,
but they don't have all the ones that Mac has. I've looked and looked and looked, and they don't have all the pliers that Mac's coming out with these. But you can put these down as tight, and they still got the hex in there to tighten them down even tighter if you have to. But these things are sturdy. These things are damn sturdy. I'm digging these things. So they're going to be pricey. These ones are $50 a piece, but I like the fact that they're one-handed opening. No matter how tight you get them, they're one-handed opening. You can really put a clamp on them too. I can tell you that much. I've been working on them. I got a pretty good grip, and I can get them down pretty tight. You can't pull shit out from underneath them. But this is going to be what's. I don't know if this is Flyer 3 or Flyer 4 that's coming out. This is going to be one of the new products that they got coming out, brand new. So
what's up with Mac? What is their big deal right now? They can't get anything out. All the dealers are pissed off at them. Like they can't get any of the promo stuff. They don't have enough of it on order. Like I've just been hearing stuff left and right.
You know, I think it's different areas. So my Mac guy gets everything right away.
Yeah.
So like he got the promo stuff. So he's got one of the standard. He got both the standard metric impacts. He got all the precision torque wrenches. He gets everything, but then everything gets back ordered because they sell way more than they expected. And I think that's due to the amount of people on YouTube that are coming up that are seeing the stuff. I think that's just the problem. But the Cornwall, I talked to my Cornwall guy today. I went and seen him. He's having the same problem. I think a lot of it's just because of logistics. These companies are even shipping companies. I'm hearing things about FedEx and a lot of places that are they're having problems keeping their employees all going. I mean, you got to think every one of those people have to be healthy in most of those places. They don't run with a lot of extra help at like FedEx and UPS. My buddy's So when they go down, they have people down. Plus, it's Christmas time, right after Christmas time. I mean, this might be starting to come back up, but it seems like every time during January this happens, and that's why you see the flyers turn into crap because I think they have to catch up with all the stuff they've been back ordering and whatnot and get ready for the new year.
But this has been going on since the summer with Mac because did you see my comment earlier? The puller BOGO that they had back in what was that? August?
Oh, with the splitter, the bearing splitter and whatnot. Yeah,
my dealer ordered it. He said it was here by like March or April. The fluid BOGO, the floor hand pump, and you got the syringe pump that was in the October flyer. It just got to me today that he had ordered it. Like he's having trouble with stuff like it's back ordered into 2021 deep from last year. And then if you get on like Instagram, I don't think it was on Instagram, but YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook, Mac's official Facebook. If you look, there's a lot of comments from dealers pissed off, especially about the precision torque wrench set because they could not get them. Like they ordered their however many beforehand, but like you said though, they did sell more than they anticipated. And like they won't give them more, or they can't get them more.
No, well. We know that they're not made in the States, so we know. There's problem number one. Anything that's getting manufactured overseas and you run out of it, good luck getting it. My Matco guy wasn't getting the stuff neither. I have had a hard time from Matco, Cornwall, Snap-on. I've had a hard time from all of them. I just kind of order it, and when it shows up, it shows up. I have not had any problems from Mac, but I think that's because my dealer might get more than what maybe he anticipates ordering stuff better. I don't know. And sometimes you got to think, dude. I don't know if your Mac guy's legit and he's on the up and up. Is he getting behind on credit or anything? That's the other thing.
He's
how that.
only been in for a year and a half or so. So I don't know. He's been having some health issues, or he missed all of last week, and like he's bad about just laying out a week. So he might not be around much longer. I don't know. Which he's
maybe
really
that's
good
why
dude,
he's having trouble getting tools too, because he's not getting his bill paid when he needs to get the tools ordered. So
right.
that's
I've heard other customers in town said, "Well, hell, I ain't seen that sucker in 3 months. I paid him off, and he never come back by." I was like, "Well, that ain't no way to run a business." So I don't know. Maybe it is. He's telling me one thing, and there's something else going on. So who knows?
Sounds a lot like my Matco guy. And look what happened to him. He gone. He gone. When you start playing,
he never had issue of getting anything all through the summer and all of last year, but I haven't seen him since October, November. I paid him off, but I barely bought anything from him anyway. But like I said, he's a great tool dealer. I just wish he wasn't a Matco dealer because I don't like spending money on the Matco truck.
Look at that. Adam has bought a lot of stuff. He's bought a lot of stuff off every promo, and I remember him sending pictures and showing pictures and whatnot. He's got everything he's ordered too. I'm the same way. I haven't had any problems. They're having trouble ordering, unloading ships. Yeah, some of them are and some of them aren't. Jared, I have had problems getting stuff from Snap-on too. Trust me. I had actually asked my Snap-on dealer, huh?
I haven't had any issue with Snap-on, even though my dealer's only been here for a month and a half, I think. That's I told you I don't know if I talked to you about him or not. He was an employee for like 23 years. He just moved here from Texas and bought the franchise. And I think this is like a month and a half for him. He's been here. He ain't been here that long. So, but yeah, everything I've had him order, he had the very next week. So he just hasn't got his promos in because everything he's got is on consignment since it's a new starting out truck that he actually brought with him from Texas from another route. So I think he was a mobile company store, and they let him keep let him buy his mobile company store truck and inventory from Snap-on consignment.
Huh.
CPO.
Yeah, it's weird how they do some stuff.
What's that, Blake?
You're having problems with your dealer?
Yeah, my dealer's he says that he has to buy all his promos ahead of time, and so they buy so much. My dealer's the number one Snap-on dealer, and
I know who he is.
Oh yeah. But I think he buys all the promos, and if he doesn't buy the promos, then in order to get it, he says it's impossible to get it.
Who is the dealer?
It's Mark Stuchel.
Yeah,
It's a guy that works for him.
That is true with Snap-on. You have to buy your promos 6 months out. So like every year at Christmas when we got the Snap-on toboggans and all that stuff that's in the holiday flyer. If we didn't order it in June, we can't get it come December. So if we have to anticipate what we're getting. So if it happens every single year, you never get enough socks and you never get enough daggone toboggans. Every year I'd sell out in 3 days, and guys are like, "Hey, can you get me this hat out of the flyer?" Can't. I should have ordered it 7 months ago. There's zero stock in all 6 warehouses. But I hate they do that. I wish they'd have a stockpile of that stuff in case, because it happens every damn year. They don't know. But they also say, well, if it happens every year, you should order more the next year. So.
One mechanic, take off, buddy. Or good night, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm waiting on warranty and torque adapter for a few months. Already still has not gotten in. I don't know what he's talking about. We got a guy been waiting from who? I don't know. Supposed to be a lot of ships waiting and to unload and can't get containers moved out. California lockdowns. Yeah, that could be a problem too. Never thought about that. You'd have a lot of stuff coming through California.
Right.
So, and the California is definitely getting hammered right now. I can tell you. Well, allegedly getting hammered. I'm not going to get into it, but
They better go through Panama Canal and come up to Savannah, Georgia, at Charleston, because we're open.
yeah, there you go. Send them around. Send them
Yep.
around. If they got to wait that long, look how much money you're. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that logistics works. I can tell you about some of the logistics. I know some about it, but that's why they go to some of those ports, because they dump more product in some places. Otherwise, they probably would come over there if most of it was coming over that way. But this tool stuff is just, you know how it goes, man. It's,
Oh,
you know, there's so many variables. There's so many variables in getting tools sometimes that, like these, I got on, like I got on his truck and I was like, damn, what are those? And at first I didn't really put much stock into them, but when I picked them up, I was like, these are pretty beefy. And I was like, what's the story with these? And he goes, look at them, man. I opened them up and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess they are. They're a lot closer to grabbing your hand. You can run a one-handed operation without having to use two. You got to grab the vice grips two-handed and start them like that. These ones you can grab them with one basically. Nothing crazy, but I'm going to be doing some welding, and I don't have enough of these for the welding projects I'm planning on doing. So it's nice to have a few extra pair around.
Have y'all tried
They don't say where they're made at though.
Yeah,
I have no idea. There's no stamping. None
What
whatsoever.
was that?
Have y'all tried the Mac Online warranty? I got these 1/2-inch deep impact sockets, a standard set. $25 at a garage sale at Osage Beach.
Uh-huh.
Just a couple of them are cracked, but we ain't got no Mac trucks around here, so I didn't know
Call
how
them in. Yeah, the online warranty is awesome. You call into Mac Tools, tell them what you got. No, typically, I've heard things about either guys they say just throw them away, or send them. They'll send you a call tag with shipping on both of them. You don't have to pay nothing.
I didn't know how.
Let me know how that goes, though, Blake. Let me know. Call them up, go through the process, and let me know how that goes. It's been a long time since I've ever done it, because I've always had a Mac guy somewhere close. But
before we had a Mac guy here, which I'd never had one until a year ago, I had a ton of broken Mac stuff that was my dad's, and I called Mac, and they said, "Hey, Chris Guest," they said, put I think it was they wanted an email with every part number on it, and then print off that, put it in a box with all the broken stuff, and then you ship it to them, and then they just ship you all the new stuff back.
Yep, I've heard of them doing that. I've heard of them doing that, and I've also heard of them doing it the other way. Like I've heard Snap-on does it like that now too. They just send you out the tools.
Really?
Especially, yeah. Like I had a buddy who ordered he had a couple screwdrivers, and let's just put it this way, he didn't want to deal with this Snap-on guy. Yeah. So he called Snap-on and said, I'm not dealing with that guy. I don't care. I'll buy tools wherever, but I want to get these screwdrivers fixed because they're my favorite screwdrivers. And they said, okay, well, we'll just mail you out some new ones. And they did. And they told him, he said, what about the old ones? They said, dispose of them.
See,
so that's weird. They normally want them back.
But I don't know. I've never ever warrantied. I've never ever warrantied. There's a couple videos online of processes. The guys have done them, and they seem pretty simple to me. Compared, whenever somebody complains, I'm like, well, did you call them? It seems like every single time I do that, nobody's ever tried to call. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think it's like you got a process of elimination. If you can't find a Mac guy or Snap-on guy or Matco guy, which Matco, I can tell you from what the video I watched online about Matco's process, I'm out on that. I would not do that at all. They send you back a certificate, and then you go find a Matco truck, and then you use that certificate to get your new tool. It's ridiculous. And Cornwell's the worst. Cornwell will not warranty any tools.
Cornwell, I called them on because I got a Cornwell ratchet that had some teeth knocked off of it, and they wouldn't tell me where the local dealer was. I know there's one in Columbia because I competed against him when I was in Columbia, but I don't know if he's still in business. He was on up there and was talking about retiring. But they told me, they gave me an address. They said, just throw it in a box, send it to us, and we'll ship you a brand new one. So I haven't done it yet.
Really?
Because I haven't really needed it, but I probably will go ahead and do that just to see how complicated it is. It's kind of like SK. SK says the same thing, just mail it to them and they'll send you new stuff back.
Yeah. When I called Cornwell here about a screwdriver, they told me you have to find a dealer, and that was right before. That was last year, and then just miraculously we had a new guy starting up, and then and he stopped by the shop. They didn't know. I don't know if they knew or whatnot. They asked me my zip code or something, but maybe it must have been out of where his alleged territory was. But yeah, they told me you have to find a dealer. So that's interesting that they told you that. Yeah,
I've got it wrote down on a piece of paper somewhere what they told me. I'm probably going to call them again though, just to make sure. But they told me just to send the ratchet in, and they'd send me the new one out.
They're right there. Yeah, Snap-on did that to me. Said throw it away when you get the new ones. I did that and got a dealer, so now I have 2 screwdrivers.
How did you prove that you had what you said you had for them to send you the new tools though?
They take pictures. So that's what my buddy did, was he just sent them pictures, and they approved it. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe we should do a video on that. That'd be interesting because people always ask. You know,
we always complain about Snap-on customer service because they do stupid stuff to get people's on people's good side, which is stuff like that, which in my opinion is kind of dumb because you can't verify that it's a original purchaser of a tool. You can't verify whether it's abuse or if it was a manufacturing defect kind of thing. They're kind of just blindly warranting anything that goes Snap-on and doing that. But
right.
People ask why Snap-on's so expensive and why they have every year price increases. And the number one reason why Snap-on price increases is because all the warranty claims. So people are just warrantying eBay stuff and flea market Snap-on stuff constantly, and customer care keeps warrantying it. That's why all the prices keep increasing. So just spending money left and right warrantying all this stuff that's 30, 40 years old in some cases.
Well, I guess it's got a lifetime warranty too. I understand where you're coming from.
You read the warranty code. You know how it really works.
Yeah, I know. It's a fickle situation. Trust me. It's always a problem. It's always a problem. I can tell you that much. It's always a problem. Warranty is such a well. Here's a funny one. Somebody was complaining to me the other day about Milwaukee warranty. And the guy goes, this Milwaukee warranty isn't doing me worth a shit. I've had one that keeps breaking on me every year for 5 years. Now it's going to be broke after it goes out when I get it back this next time. And I go, yeah. I go, so you got to use it for 5 years? He goes, yeah, I got to use it for 5 years, but I lost it for a month every year for breaking. And I'm like, yeah. He said he sent it out by the time he sent it.
I've had to use Milwaukee's warranty 3 times now. One was on a bad M12 battery, and 2 times was on my weed eater. It's their weed eater with the combo head where you can put like the pole saw on it and stuff. Super easy. You go on, you call either 1-800-SAWDUST, or you go on Milwaukee's website. You type in the part number and your name information and hit submit, whatever the issue is. They literally print you off a FedEx shipping label. You stick it on it and drop it off at FedEx. Each of the 3 times I've done it, I've sent it out on a Friday and had it back the next Friday. It was gone for no more than 1 week. The battery, they sent me a brand new battery in, brand new retail packaging. The weed eater, they sent me a whole brand new weed eater, complete. Wow. I only sent them in the back half, just the motor housing. I didn't even send them the front. They sent me a whole brand new box weed eater with the front half, the string trimmer head, everything. And, it was great experience for me because, like I said, 3 times now. The first time they repaired the weed eater, they said it was a board replacement, but then it kept cutting off after I got it back after about an hour of cutting. But also I was using it in 100-degree weather and had run 3 12-volt battery packs on it. I was probably using it for more than what it was actually designed for, But so the second time I sent it in, they just sent me a whole brand new one and didn't have an issue again. So, I've got no complaints on it. If it took them a month to get it, it was probably because they didn't drop it in the mail immediately because they ship it really fast.
That's kind of what I'm thinking then. If you're saying it's that fast, then obviously it was just logistics.
Yeah.
So,
Stupid. So
had a coworker warranty a snappy screwdriver flatblade right on the truck.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
do
Oh, yeah.
blades all the time. Yeah.
LOCP had to warranty M1 M12 4.0 battery. Yeah, the Cornwall guy's really good about that too. I think he'll be just fine, Bill Beckett, with Sonic stuff. I definitely don't have a problem. I had to laugh on. Oh Jesus, what the heck was it? Oh, Chris, I was giving him a hard time the other day on Clients Graphics. He got some Sonex big industrial, some big hexes, and I made fun. I was like, now you need a bulldozer to work on. But Sonex stuff, you can't go wrong with it.
no.
You know.
Talking about big hexes and bulldozers, my Snap-on dealer had the set of FAE hex sockets. He said, I got them for like 70% off for you because it was a BOGO and the guy didn't want the other thing. And I said, well, let me go out there and see if it'll fit the drains on the steer clutches on my cat dozer because I do need that socket. And I think the biggest one in that set was like a 3/4 hex, and I stuck it in the hole. I was like, yeah, this is nowhere near. I think it's like an 1.5 inch or 1 3/4 inch hex freaking drain plug, steer clutches on my Caterpillar.
That is nuts.
Okay.
I got a picture of it. I'll send it to you on Instagram later on, but it was hilarious how tiny it looked. The
sooner you get that video started on that thing, you're the better off you're going to be.
I know,
Get that thing fired up.
Between that and my brother's 67 Mustang, he finally greenlit me to go ahead and buy a full painless wiring harness and rewire that whole car for him. I need to do that. And then my dad's 67 Plymouth, I need to get on it. But I need a shop to work in. I can't really do those out in the yard. That's my problem now.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
It's working on your back in the dirt.
Secondhand store visit was a little helpful. Tarek, if you have an MR5 F or the MR5 one, do not send it in. Get a head kit. I'll help you get a head kit for it. There's another guy I got to get a head kit for him that messaged me on Instagram. I'm working on that. Well, we already went over that. OTC is the worst. The worst warranty is OTC. I have never had to really warranty OTC stuff. Of course, Portland had to be the idiots a few years ago when we lost our big container yard. Now we're going to California or Tacoma, Washington. Yeah, that's not good at all. Matco is a joke for warranty. Confirmed. Matco is a joke for warranty. I have not had to deal with them, but I'm kind of. I have two. My buddy's got 2 screwdrivers and an impact at a shop. That's pretty screwed up. Hey guys, have to go tonight. Hey, see you later, Adam. Yeah, my buddy's got a couple. What's that?
I said you glitched and turned into a robot there for a minute.
Did I?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Maybe it was just on my end. I don't know. My Matco dealer is the hardest joker there is to warranty something. Like he always gives me a hard time about it. He's a really good guy, but by God, he grills me on warranty. Like I had that old 88 tooth 3/8 ratchet, the one I took apart and did the video with the gear wrench. That was one of the first things I ever bought from him. One day I was doing a radiator in an F-150 and I accidentally knocked it off the radiator support and fell in the bucket of coolant. And it instantly fucking seized up. Like it washed all the grease out and it was like jamming up. So I took it to my Matco dealer and I said, hey, you put a rebuild in it or something. He's like, what happened? I said, it fell in a bucket of coolant. He said, well, that's not my problem. That's your problem. I was like, are you for real? Like, as much money as I spent with you, stuff you're going to give me a gripe about the daggum ratchet. I said, I didn't purposely throw it in a bucket of coolant. It was an accident. It fell in. Like, so after that, I was like, all right, fine. If it happens again, I'll just take it apart, put red line in it or super lube or whatever myself. I won't worry with it. But he eventually put a kid in it.
You know what I'm curious about, and I know it's switching back to this, but I'm curious about does Milwaukee have a flat rig program as good as Snap-ons for rebuilding tools after warranty?
I don't know.
I don't know, but on the website, if you're going to send something in for repair, it has check if it's under warranty or check if it's not. And then it's got a contact. You put your phone number and email address in. Once you send it in, they'll send you a emailed quote or call you what they find wrong, what parts it needs, and what the cost is before they decide to repair it. And if it's more than what you want to repair, they'll just send it back to you as is, as far as I know.
Huh. I'm curious about that because Snap-on's rebuild program is by far the best when it comes to getting something. My buddy got sent in his 8810 CT 8810 3/8, which it's not a powerhouse, but I was absolutely blown away for $125. They basically gave him back a brand new tool. Yeah, he had that thing for a long time, and when he got it back, it was absolutely pristine. And
yeah, it'll be brand new, but it's usually the 4 bolts that hold the nose cone on will be the originals.
Oh, really? They use the original nose cone?
It's so ridiculous. I've seen it time and time again on 761, CTR 761 and 8810s and 8850s that I saw that. They'll send you a brand new, it looks like a brand new out of the box impact. But if you look at the screws will have the paint knocked off of them. They'll use your old screws out of your impact. They'll just put a brand new housing. I mean, they literally rebuild them. That's a brand new clamshell, new motor, new trigger, new circuit board, everything. But they'll reuse the hardware off of your old beat up one that they chunk. They won't put new screws in them.
Personally, we've never had any problems with our Milwaukee half-inch fuel. We've had it for about 4 or 5 years. No problems with the batteries, nothing.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with any of my Milwaukee stuff, but I've only been using them for like a year and a half.
It gets used every day.
You know what's a good topic right now? Let's talk about rebranding tool companies. Let's talk about rebranding tool companies.
We know the one that's the most guilty of that is the Matco. 100%.
Well, I heard something today about somebody talking about Mac, and I think I got to clear the air on this. So I listened to a guy today, basically rant about how Mac doesn't make their own stuff and whatnot. And I thought to myself, yeah, I mean, technically you could say that, but here's the thing. So if Matco outsources and they get AJ Manufacturing to build stuff for them, okay, but Mac has their own company, which was internal, so Proto building stuff like their sockets and whatnot. So how could you say that Mac's rebranding if it's their own company?
Yep.
Right. People say the same thing about Snap-on with the adjustable wrenches that say made in Spain now, and the PWZ pliers that are made by Baco, but Snap-on bought Baco back like 20 years ago. We own Baco. I keep saying we like I work for Snap-on.
But they still run under the Baco name.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you can still buy it as Baco or Snap-on, and it's cheaper to buy it as a Baco, but Snap-on still owns that company, just like all the torque wrenches are CDI. We own CDI. We own so Challenger Lifts was one of the last ones that they bought before I left.
Really?
Jim, they own a ton of stuff. They're not, they're still like 4th, 5th as far as tool company sizes. But Snap-on does own quite a few things that you don't. Sue Air Tools, they own Sue.
Yeah.
Let's see, Baco, Sue, CDI, Precision Instruments, I think. Another company. God, what else? Challenger Lifts, I know they bought, and then they don't own. A lot of people talk crap about the AC machines, the old Cool Care machines. Which I love the old Cool Care machine. The automated, I've had 2 of them. I love them. They're like, oh, it's got Robin Air parts. And well, yeah, there are some Robin Air parts in it, but Snap-on had patents made for Robin Air to make some of the parts of that machine to put in that machine. But the new Polar Tech machines, Snap-on bought a whole AC company. I think they're located in Sweden or Switzerland, is somewhere in the Norwegian area. But Snap-on bought that company, and that's who's making the new Snap-on Polar Tech machines that are different from the older Cool Care machines that were probably Robin Air.
Yeah.
But the Robin Air could not use any of the stuff that they put in Snap-on's Cool Care stuff in the Robin Air machines, or the machines they made for Matco, or the machines that God, who else did they sell on it? OTC sold them, I think, too. I can't remember now. But like it
OTC
was
selling
specific
OTC.
only to them. They couldn't use it in anything else. It's not like, oh, well, I can buy, a Robin Air and it's just as good. Well, no, because Robin Air doesn't use what Snap-on has Robin Air make for their machine. So
Yep.
Right.
I think they've got something to do with Master Cool too, because there was a lot of Master Cool, like
Yes.
134 gauges and AC sniffers and stuff we sold to Snap-on. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
a fan of Master Cool stuff.
The thing that gripes me so badly is when people talk crap about Snap-on's hardline, talks about sockets, ratchets, extensions, screwdriver, all that stuff. Because I'm like, talk shit to your Matco dealer. Ask him to daggone get in the car and ride you to the factory. I can take you in the car right now to Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Right.
We can go to Elkmont, Alabama. We can go to Murphy, North Carolina. I've been to the factories. I've seen the stuff. They can't tell me that, oh, Snap-on's made in China now, Harbor Freight owns Snap-on, all that, the BS stuff. It's so bad on TikTok now. The Harbor Freight and Icon videos on TikTok are like, oh, well, Snap-on, and the same company makes them for Snap-on and Harbor Freight, blah, 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 blah. Or
we're never going to win that battle.
The people that say that Harbor Freight owns Snap-on, I'm like, why in the hell would Snap-on sue Harbor Freight so many times if they're owned by... If Harbor Freight owns Snap-on, how would Snap-on be able to sue Harbor Freight? Right. You don't make any sense. It's just a bunch of baseless accusations, a bunch of rumors and BS that circulate on the internet all the time.
Well, that's the problem is that we don't. I mean, it's pretty clear that a lot of people don't do the research and they don't care. That's the other thing. That's the sad part. I mean, like there's very few people that actually have the integrity enough to understand where their tools come from, where they're made, and who's selling them. Otherwise, they're just a bunch of used car lot salesmen making sales. I mean, mean, anybody can put a car on their lot and sell it, right? You can go buy it and sell it, and no big deal. But to actually make the tools, that's a statement in itself to what your company's about. You're actually, you bought a factory, you're forging tools. Like realistically, the only three in the United States, the big three in the United States that are making tools right now: Mac, Snap-on, and Cornwell. And then you've got some off companies, which I don't know where Tecton's factories, MIT, they bought MIT. But what else would you? I mean, AJ Manufacturing's making tools, but they're making them. Are they making them exclusive for Mac? Why doesn't Matco buy AJ Manufacturing? That's the thing is like, why did they've had plenty of opportunity to buy a company? Like, why wouldn't they have done that?
Matco can't buy anything because they're a parking lot pass around. Matco has been bought and sold by so many companies. They're basically the Chrysler.
Redheaded stepchild.
How many times has Chrysler been bought and sold? FCA USA, Daimler, and Mercedes.
Yeah, Daimler, they just got sold again now too, didn't they?
FCA sold them? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I think.
I don't understand how they're still in business. Like, Dodge is the only thing that keeps FCA in business right now, because Chrysler ain't keeping them in business. That's for sure. It's Ram and Dodge. That's the two brands that keep them. That's the only thing that sells. I don't understand why Chrysler still exists. For a long time there, they got down to nothing but the 200, which was the rebranded Sebring, the 300, and the Town and Country. That was it. Then they brought the stupid Pacifica back for some stupid reason. And Jeep keeps them up, although Jeep's full of garbage. The Wrangler ain't worth a dang anymore. They got rid of the 4-liter, and that stupid Renegade. Or is it the Renegade? What's the pickup truck? They didn't call it. It's the Renegade, right? Not the Scrambler, like the original.
Gladiator.
The Gladiator. That's right. I can't keep straight because I don't care.
I don't even pay attention to them. So you're doing better than I am.
Right. They are the wiring. They are a wiring freaking nightmare. The Italians have gotten their fingers in the wiring. I've had so many Wranglers come in with the freaking what are they called, the integrated fuse boxes on those things. It's a you know what I'm talking about? It's the fuse box, but all the relays are integrated into it. They call it something, integrated power module or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's some goofy.
There's an acronym for it. I can't remember what it is, but I've had to send out so many of them because Wranglers will come in and they ain't got turn signals and their windshield wipers don't work and all this like body control stuff. You'd think it'd be a body control module, but it's all that that fuse box, because all the relays are made in, instead of having a regular relay, you can pop out and change like GM and Ford and everybody else does. That's too
I
simple.
don't think it's called. That's not the tip 'em. That's the.
Yeah, tip them. That's it. Total integrated power module. Yep, tip 'em.
Oh yeah, total integrated.
Total
My bad.
integrated power module.
My bad. I was sitting there thinking tip 'em, but I thought you were talking about something different.
No, that's it.
They're pretty common to go bad too.
Oh no, probably all it is a broken solder joint or something. Like I know we send them out all the time to have them remanufactured. I think AutoZone or O'Reilly's has you take them out and send them off and tell them what's wrong with it, and they rebuild it. I swear all they're doing is like desoldering the board. It's probably like GM.
Well, they're cheap.
Instrument clusters with doing the stepper motors. That's probably the same kind of process.
Yeah. O'Reilly's does a lot of reman stuff.
I don't know, but all the issues with the Ram truck brand and all the Chrysler stuff and the Jeep stuff. I mean, I don't know too much about the Dodge stuff, but it's all the same company, so the Dodges are probably just as bad with the Challengers and Chargers. So,
well, they just changed their module programming for the micropod, so now that's like 2 cars.
Oh yeah, their stupid gateway pass-through thing that they started.
Oh God,
that's the stupidest damn thing.
I don't understand. So, did you see that the pass-through, Snap-on pass-through? That's what I'm looking at, because I'm just trying to look for something that's easier than what's going. I mean, like to have all the computer shit with the micropod and the GM and whatnot. I mean, there's no options out there. They're literally locking it down, so you're gonna have to go to the dealer. Well, for me, it's a waste of time. Why do I want to take a car to a dealer after I fixed it to have a module program? You know, it's eating up my time to drive. You know, you get a car over there. You know, it's a waste of time.
Well, you know what? It all boils down to they're trying to circumvent the Freedom to Repair Act. They're trying to get everyone to come back to the dealership. They're trying to make it as difficult as possible for independent shops to service anything. That's what it all boils down to, is them trying to make it so complex and so expensive. Hell, that's like with Subaru. Just to get a genuine Subaru Select Monitor 4, you have to buy a Denso DSTI interface, which is like $2,900. And then the yearly subscription to have access to SSM4, which is Subaru Select Monitor 4, on a laptop to run through the Denso DSTI is like $3,400 a year. So if I wanted to legit work on the newer stuff, 2013 and newer, and have factory scan tool just for Subaru, it would cost me, you know, $6,000 out of the hole, and then like $3,400 a year after that. I was like, I'm not doing that. Well, I don't work enough of the newer one.
It's like that with everyone, though. The Ford, I think, is the cheapest still. I think the IDS is like $700 a year. But your GM is $3,500. Chrysler is $3,500.
The Tech series, are they on like the Tech? I know they got rid of the Tech 2. What are they on now? Tech 3 or 4, or they changed that completely? I know it's laptop based now, right? It's not an actual handheld.
What is that thing called? It's a GM. Oh, Jesus Christ. My brain's not working right now. You would ask me questions. I'm literally fuzzy as hell right now.
To shift gears real quick. So talking about horrible deals, Nissan and Renault. Or Renault.
Oh God, Nissan. There you go.
Nissan's anyway, but they just got way worse.
Well, we don't. I mean, that's just the point. When Nissan comes around, I'm completely out on that. So, you know, I mean, there's nothing I can do there. Yeah,
I love that people rag on Subaru on my channel for the CVT, but Subaru came out with the first, you know, commercial CVT transmission in the Justy back in the 80s. The Sandbars have had the ECVT transmission forever. That's right. And Nissan's been doing CVTs since 2008 or 2006 in the Maxima and the Sentra, and they still can't get them to last. Like, they have the most garbage freaking CVT of any manufacturer. When I was still on the Snap-on route, when I go to the Nissan dealership, they had cars with 300 miles, brand new, 300 miles on them, already getting transmission replaced. Subarus aren't that bad. I know they've gotten a bad name for their CVT, but they're nowhere near that bad.
They're definitely they're definitely getting made look better. I can tell you that much. without a
The- the
doubt. I
problem-
mean,
The problem with Subaru, I thought the CVTs had a big issue too until I actually started working on the newer stuff. And the problem is, people only talk crap and complain when they have an issue. So all the ones that had issues are all raising hell, but the people, that haven't had an issue with their car aren't saying anything about it because it hadn't been an issue. So looking at the statistically, the failures with the TR580 and 690 CVT transmissions is very low. It's just the people that had issues screamed about it really, really loud. And then it spread all over the internet.
yeah, it's
Gets you off fast.
Talking about people bending over backwards for stuff, like I said, Snap-on and their customer care, Subaru of America does the exact same thing. Anyone that calls into Subaru of America's hotline, all the time I have people commenting about their car and having issues. I say, call Subaru of America. Don't deal with your dealership. If they give you any crap, talk to Subaru of America. Plenty of times, Subaru of America, out of warranty, whatever, Subaru has sent them vouchers for 50% of the repair or 100% of the repair. Like, Subaru's trying their best to get like the best customer service to keep buyers coming to them, because they had a lot of issues where they grew so big and then people started buying Subarus, but then the first experience they had with them were the CVTs and the issues they had the last couple of years with the new stuff. And they're like, well, crap, we don't want these new buyers that just left Toyota and Honda and Nissan and whoever, to have a bad experience the first Subaru car they own and run back to those manufacturers when they trade it in. So they're bending over backwards, and they're, customer satisfaction, short blocks, kids coming in blowing up WRXs and STIs, modified. They're replacing engines on modified STIs and WRXs now under warranty, which blows my mind. I'd tell them to kick rocks. Like, air intake, exhaust, all this stuff on here, and have it aftermarket tuned. That's no longer Subaru's issue when you blow the engine up. That's on you. What now?
They're bringing that on themselves.
I know, 100%, but Subaru's still eating that and warranting those engines, which blows my mind. No other, I know GM wouldn't do that. I know Dodge wouldn't do that. I know Ford wouldn't do that. If you were out there in Shelby beating the hell out of a Shelby, they'd say, that's on you. We're not giving you a new engine.
Yep.
I don't know. Subaru still does it, but then the tech gets screwed because it's all warranty time on all that stuff.
Yep.
So back real quick, on tools. Yeah, SK does manufacture their stuff. I saw that in the comments. We were talking about
somebody said something about back in the comments. They said something about SK getting into the tool game. That's not even worth it, because everybody does the same thing. They get it from overseas and they stamp their name on it.
Yep.
I mean, 90% of all the tools that are coming overseas, besides, Milwaukee's got their own factory, and DeWalt's getting their stuff from their deal, and then whatever. There's 9 billion electronic tool companies at this point. I think it would be a too saturated market.
SK does make all their stuff, right? SK doesn't rebrand anything on their hard line.
I haven't heard of it anyways.
That's what I've heard.
Well, there might be a few things that they have, because when Facom owned them, that was they have some stuff that I think they transferred over that might not be, and you know what, it's actually kind of controversial. I don't know if Tom Gunn knows any more about it, but like those little extensions, they're locking extensions.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're making them or somebody else is making them, because everybody's extensions look the same, but they're made in USA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to look into the new SK stuff, because only SK tools we have around here from the early 2000s, because no one really gets anything.
I've got SK tools that are older than me.
Oh, yeah.
I do too. I got SK stuff from the 40s. 50s. I just saw on the website, this is their 100-year anniversary.
Really?
I wonder if they're going to do any 100-year tool. Yeah, 1921.
That'd be cool. Oh, no shit. They're the 100 years here? Wow, look at how it is.
When I was looking at deals and steals and deals, it said 1921 to 2021, 100 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so that's cool.
Everyone's pretty much right there. Cornwell was 1919, Snap-on 1920, SK 1921.
Right, and then it can clear up the Snap to Mac. Mac 1938.
Oh yeah,
38.
1938. Matco's 1970.
78.
78.
78. Yeah,
Yeah.
they split off Mac in 78. They call themselves 78, but I'm pretty sure, I'm not even sure they can really call themselves 78 because I'm not sure that they split in 78 and were actually open. They established, but they weren't open until 79.
Yeah.
Let
We're
me
actually selling tools.
My Mac dealer didn't know it earlier. What does Mac stand for? I know it's an acronym because I've got Mac stuff that's so old and still got Mac in quotations. Because I know it used to stand for something. I know Matco stands for Mac Allied Tool. What does Matco stand? It's Mac Allied Tool.
Mac stands for Allied Company, Allied Tool something too.
Yeah.
Mac
Allied Tool Corporation or something is what Matco stands for.
Mechanics Allied Trade Corporation. I think it was Mac something Allied too. I can't remember. Brian Meadows, thank you, buddy. I definitely appreciate that. Let's go ahead and I think I can find this. Jesus, I can't remember. My brain is not working tonight.
AgTech 45. I got out of being a Snap-on dealer because I was tired of stress and I was tired of chasing money.
Yep.
That's the most simplified reason. There was more to it than that because I actually looked at buying a franchise like 6 months ago.
Mechanics Tool and Forge. Mechanics Tool and Forge Company.
Mechanics Tool and Forge.
Yes.
Huh. That's what Mac stands for?
Yep.
That's
Mechanics
a whole
Tools
yeah. Would it be MTF?
Well, that's what it stood for. That's why I think there's never anything said about it. Mechanics Tool and Forge. That's when it was when they first started up. But there was some fluff or whatnot when they started up. Max, I don't remember what they came out with or whatnot. I don't remember the actual history because I forgot. I forget more than I forget more than I remember anymore. Lately, it seems like I forget way more. I'm getting too old.
Back to Snap-on, I saw someone put something about Williams. I totally forgot about Williams when we were talking about Snap-on brands.
They got Mac out of
Blue Point because that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Which Blue Point was a drill bit company to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the name comes from. I find it hilarious that so many people don't even know why Snap-on's name is Snap-on. You all know where Snap-on came from, right?
Their first stuff was their sockets.
Snap-on is the company. Joe Johnson, Snap-on, is the inventor of sockets. The whole point of putting sockets on a ratchet. That was Snap-on. Before that, all sockets were built onto handles. They were not. Right. They were the first to do an interchangeable socket system.
That's why Snap-on was.
That's why everybody now has socket sets and ratchets because Snap-on was the first.
It don't matter though; they're still garbage.
Literally, that was the name because the socket snapped on to the handle. That's where Snap-on came from. So many people don't even, they diss Snap-on and talk crap about it. It's like all the first that company came out with.
Without Snap-on, there would be no sockets.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe somebody would have come up with it. I don't know, but that's where the name came from, though.
Huh?
That's where the name came from, was because of snapping on the snap-on to the ratchet. Yeah.
It's because they made a socket that snapped onto a handle. That was exactly because before that, like I said, every socket had a handle made onto it. So you had a billion different tools. That was the whole premise of what was the phrase? 10 do the work of 50 or something, because they had like 10 sockets or 8 sockets and 2 different handles, and you had like 50 combinations or whatever between the handles and the socket. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something along the line of that.
I think why I don't know much about Mac's history is I don't think it's as interesting as Snap-ons or SKs or Cornwells. I think that Mac doesn't have as good of a story. The Mac tool guy was basically, I don't remember what the story was. I have to look it up and see, but if I recall, the Mac story isn't quite as unique as Cornwell's is. Definitely, Matco's is definitely not unique. They got pissed at Mac and they broke off. They were the toolbox builder for Mac. They built all the toolboxes for Mac tools and they left. But it was Snap-on and Cornwell, SK. They have a little bit better story, more unique story about their venture into it. Much like Kogan.
Sheet metal.
Oh, look at that.
I see Snap on what is that race car sheet metal?
Yep.
Funny car or circle track?
Just micro sprints, 600 cc's.
Snap-on wasn't the first, Chris says.
No, they weren't. They didn't invent the ratchet.
Was the very first.
20 years before, but they were the first to commercially make it a thing.
Yeah.
Who was the first one to invent the socket then?
I think it was a German that came out with the ratchet and socket system. Yeah.
I think
I'm pretty sure it was a German. I looked it up at one point, but I don't remember exactly everything on it. Very true, Walker. It is. We still Snap-on still actually makes that too. Is that ratcheting adapter for breaker bars?
Looking for a good. That wrench extenders. I don't know. I've never had one yet. They are definitely a good concept because obviously doubling up a wrench is not the right way to do it. But honestly, I don't ever really run into an area where if I want to long something, a lot of times I'll grab a ratchet.
Yeah, I've never made
ratchet.
Usually, if I got something that long, I'm getting a 0 offset long handle wrench. I'm not using a combo.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess I've just been lucky enough not to need them. Let's see here. Harry Monster wrenches. I thought it was Mossberg American running off America. Oh, Mossberg was the first one? Mossberg the gun builder?
I thought it was a German. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it was like 1890, I think is when the patent was for it. I looked it up at one point.
Interesting. Yeah, Monster. That's
Monster. Go back to that. Said 1860 something.
Oh yeah. Two sockets invented. J.J. Richardson, parented June 18th, 1863, from an article, Scientific Magazine. Okay.
I knew it was 1800 and something.
Yeah, that's a long ways before Snap-on even. Hold on a second. I'll be right back, boys. You guys entertain them. I got to use the little boys' room.
I figured that's what it was coming to.
Yep.
What we got in comments?
Let me look here. They keep flying in faster than I can read them. Yeah, the Monster Energy thing. Yeah, Monster sued them because it was too close to the logo, stuff like that.
Well, we're talking about Monster.
I don't know about the Monster warranty.
Oh, Monster Energy drink and Monster Tool. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, because their logo, I guess, is too close to the energy drink company, so they're suing Monster Tools. That's why Monster Tools are so cheap right now, but I don't know how the warranties are going to go.
Huh.
I don't know if the owner or whoever they're tied with is going to warranty them or not.
It's kind of like when Milwaukee, Milwaukee raped Snap-on for what, $158 million for the lithium battery lawsuit.
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, but it's hard to do because everyone on YouTube says something different. So,
from what I heard from the Snap-on legal team, because I still talk to some of those people, because I talked to them about Harbor Freight Daytona Jack issue, and then I talked to them about the lawsuit. The deal was that Milwaukee's got the patent not on lithium battery cells, not on lithium battery powered tools. The deal is that they have a patent for the M12 system for batteries that slide into the handle of a tool, and Snap-on's 14.4 stuff has the same style sliding into the handle with engagement. And I heard that anyone else was supposed to be paying them royalties, but Snap-on refused. That's where Snap-on got grilled for like $150 million.
That's nuts.
Yep, because they wouldn't pay patent royalties for using a lithium-ion battery pack that slides into the handle of the tool.
Yep.
I heard people say it was about the M18. It wasn't about the M18.
But it's crazy how many other companies there is with that design now.
I'll tell you what
it's definitely better to be a franchise operator. Because if you're a franchise operator, you have all of the independence of being a franchisee with none of the fiscal responsibility. You either work on a regular salary or salary plus commission on sales, but you don't have to put down $30-something thousand at signing. You don't have to take on the $250,000 in debt between the initial inventory, the Snap-on truck, the franchise fees, all that stuff. You can become a Snap-on employee and be a Snap-on mobile company store manager, but that is not what you want to do. You don't want to be a mobile company store manager compared to a franchise operator, because if you're a Snap-on employee doing the mobile company store, you have to inventory your whole truck once every 2 months. Which, if you've ever inventoried a tool truck, I'd rather take a beating than do another inventory on a tool truck. If you're a franchisee or a franchise operator, you only have to do it once a year for insurance. But if you're a mobile company store manager, you got to do it every month or every 2 months.
Shut the front door.
You have to account for every freaking penny that leaves that truck. It is so much crap. And then
I've done it 5 times, and I can tell you it's not fun.
Snap-on will take you and put you wherever they want you. So say you're in West Virginia as a mobile company store manager. Once that franchise, what mobile company store managers do is Snap-on puts them in an area where there's not a franchise, and then you run the route and service that route until you build the business to a point where there's a head count of 250 customers, at which point Snap-on can turn that into a franchise and sell it to a franchisee. Once that happens, you are no longer needed, and they will pick you up and they will ship you to Texas next week, or California, or wherever they need another mobile company store manager. You could be anywhere in the country. It's not like you're going to switch around every week or a couple times a month, maybe like once or twice every 5 years or something. It just depends on how quickly you can develop the area they put you in. But go work for a franchisee.
Mac was a little bit different. Mac's a little bit different than Snap-on, because they don't have to have quite as much money. Maco, I don't know what theirs is now, but I know Mac back then, I only had to have 10% down when I started my route, which is definitely more affordable. And we were able to buy inventory from other dealers that were going out of business. Right. They had a starting inventory, but they had a lot leaner options, which I think it's different now. Pretty sure it's a lot like Snap-on now, and that's why Mac's had a hard time getting dealers in, because they probably don't.
Mac's still cheap, because I actually looked at buying a Mac franchise when I was looking at Snap-on this summer. The problem was Mac didn't have anything available for me without relocating, and I wasn't relocating. But their startup cost was about half. Now, Nick asked about startup cost to be a franchisee for Snap-on. Real quick rundown: all the prices have gone up in the last 2 years. So, down Duick signing on the franchisee paperwork, cash money to put down, I think they quoted me, was $28,500. Now that is your franchise fee, which is $16,000 every 10 years. It was $10,000. They went up $6,000 on the franchise fee. The down payment on the Snap-on truck is in that. Your laptop with the business software, that's like $4,000 for a crappy Dell Latitude laptop, just because it's got Snap-on software on it. It's $4,000. Your down payment for your all-in-one credit card machine, and your down payment on your inventory. So you need like $28,500 cash money in their hand. Sign the paperwork. When you sign, you've then got to show them a business checking account or a personal checking account that has at least $30,000 in it on top of that. Then you've got to sign the lease on your Snap-on truck and then take on the debt. So your initial inventory for tools is $108,000 at cost, not list price, your cost. And then the truck, used to, you could start off in what they called a program van. It was an MT45 Freightliner 16-foot step van. They've done away with that. You have to start in an MT55 Freightliner 20-foot van now. Those start list price at like $130,000, $120,000 base, depending on what shelving, lights, if you want a refrigerator in it, if you want, all the different options, auxiliary air conditioner, all that stuff, you're talking bigger money. So all in all, you're looking at taking on about $250,000 in debt and about $30,000 out of pocket to be a Snap-on franchisee, to buy a franchise and be a Snap-on dealer. So when people talk about they're rich and they're all billionaires, they are riding around hoping to God they sell and collect, and you don't run off on them, because a lot of them are barely hanging on. Each week, your Snap-on truck's payment, this is weekly, not monthly, cost about $500. So you have to pay your truck payment $500, equate probably about $200 a week in diesel fuel. Your tool bill is $2,500 to $3,000 for your tool bill. Your payment to Secure Corp for insurance, your fees on your credit card machine every time you run someone's credit card rather than taking cash or check. What else am I forgetting? Ink for your printer paper for receipts, the candy bucket. If you have a candy bucket on your truck, it is an expensive freaking business to start and run. That is for sure. And Snap-on
Well,
is
the worst part about it is it's not brick and mortar, so you got insurance, which you're gonna have insurance on your business, but that diesel is quite a daunting expense that you continue to go through every week. It's an additional, and when the prices of fuel go up, it's not like this is
your
what I
cost of
didn't like.
business goes up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about the tool business is where like trucking industry or a lot of other things, they can compensate for it. You really can't compensate that well for fluctuation in cost on stuff on tool trucks. You're at the mercy of the company.
There are pros and cons because one, a big con too is maintenance and repair on the truck.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But a pro is you don't have a utility bill for power, you don't have a water bill, you don't have a gas bill, because you're not in brick and mortar. You do have to have insurance on it, just like a regular business would.
It's more expensive though, I think, on a tool truck. If you don't have a building, they really ding you hard. When I first got mine, I didn't have a building.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, your insurance is much bigger if you don't have somewhere to keep it out of the weather.
Your location.
And you've also got to have some kind of warehouse space because when I was in West Columbia and Lexington, South Carolina, running the franchise down there, I had two 10x10 storage units that I kept my inventory in. And then I had a parking space where I parked the truck. My truck was parked out in the weather beside boats and RVs. So I had the truck parked out there. I had two 10x10 roll-up storage units, and I didn't have enough room in that. I literally had stuff stacked on top of each other. You got 2 or 3 toolboxes in, especially like after SFC. When you got the BOGO toolboxes and stuff. Triple bank toolboxes take up a lot of room in a 10x10 storage unit. If you got shelves.
What do you do when you get 6 maximizers coming in at 88 inches long and 27 inches deep?
You better put them jokers on the trailer and go around and sell them in one day. You better have a focus promotion and get them going ASAP because you don't want to sit on that stuff, especially when it comes to
I had them sold. I couldn't get them out though. The guys couldn't take delivery of them. Ordered them on Thanksgiving, and then the Christmas time they couldn't take delivery of them because they were closed for the shops on Christmas time or whatnot. Guys weren't there. I had 6 maximizers. Luckily, we had a 50 by 100 building that we had for our trucks. But it was full of shit. I can tell you that much. It wasn't no joke. We had scaffolding. We had forklifts. The whole 9 yards. We did it all. But yeah.
Occupant. I had all my boxes checked, all my I's dotted, and all my T's crossed to buy that franchise. I just decided it was not in my best interest to buy it. So my credit. Oh, and you got to have a credit score that's like 700 plus. 750 plus actually. Now, if you're military, if you're former military, everything is 50% off. So if you were in the military and you want to be a Snap-on dealer, that's the way to go. Because everything is halved. The cost of the truck, the cost of the inventory, the cost of your down payment, everything is half price, 50% off for former military.
They in Mac they did the same thing. Diabolical was asking what your markup was. I told him my markup was 35%. That's all I made. 50% on toolboxes, 35% on tools.
Even though I did not sign the non-disclosure and I did not sign the franchisee agreement stuff, I still don't like, I don't like talking about that kind of stuff because it's not as much as people think it is. No, the dealers are not bending you over the barrel and raping you. Snap-on's bending the dealers over their barrel and raping them. The dealer is not out to get you. It's not that big of a market. Let me tell you, the dealer
gets the short end of the stick.
Walmart, Target, Belk's, JCPenney, any retail outlet, their markup is much higher than the Snap-on truck or any of the tool trucks.
Yep.
Every retail business markup is 100% or more. It's nowhere near that in the tool truck. So I won't tell you that because it's kind of a spectrum, but yeah, it's not what you think it is.
No, nobody ever believes it. Nobody ever believes me, anyways. If I told
Right.
them that I made 35 cents on every dollar, nobody ever believes it. They're like, no way, 35 cents. Dude, I'm telling you.
And that
The
was
tool
before you
truck is a grueling business. It is not for the faint of heart. You better be ready to work.
And that's why everyone asked me, why did I quit? Just like that. I was tired of stress. I was tired of chasing money 24/7.
I mean, when you're making 35 cents on the dollar, I mean, like even if you're making 25 cents on the dollar, that's a lot of quarters you have to put in your pocket in order to get it. And you're taking payments on a dollar. So you have to take 4 payments on a dollar to get your 35 cents. You know?
That's the thing that really sucks about the tool business is the payment structure on RA stuff. Because if you have someone that runs a big RA account, they have a horrible turn on it.
Yep.
You lose money selling them stuff because you have to pay the freaking sales tax on it, and their payment probably hasn't even paid the sales tax. So you're already out money.
Right.
That sucked about it. Then you tie up all that money in warranties, and I don't know. It's just so much crap.
All the time that you do unpacking, stocking your truck, cleaning it, everything. I mean, all the money you put into it. You know.
I always love that. People think, you jump on your truck at 9 o'clock and you run till 5 in the afternoon, you shut down and you're done. No, it is 24/7. Like I would get up at 4:50 in the morning, drive to my storage unit, start the truck up, let it start heating up. I'd pull the truck over to the storage units. I would unbox my, my new inventory. I'd sort all the stuff for the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, customers who needed what. I'd get all my warranty stuff out. Go online to the Snap-on website, submit the warranty, go to UPS, print off the label, put it in a box, put it in the storage unit ready to go. Then I'd get all my repair stuff, all my air tools and power tools I need to send to Eastern Repair Center, get all that stuff out, make the repair orders, put that in the box, go to UPS again, make a shipping label for it. Then I'd go through and, rearrange all of the inventory on the shelves, get my whichever day of the week bucket it was for stuff that customers had on order that day, sweep the floor, Swiffer wet jet the floor so it didn't look like it was nasty. It always, anytime it rained, and it would always be a day I had to go to a construction site or something, or, a heavy duty equipment place, and they'd all track mud in the truck. It looks horrible, and you got red clay dirt everywhere being in South Carolina. So you'd have to clean the truck up, and, all that kind of stuff. Answer emails with corporate, talk to corporate all the time.
All by yourself. All by yourself. Everything by yourself.
Yeah. Outside sales would call you all the time. I've been riding this Triple Bank Classic Master Series box for 3 weeks, and I've had a hit on it. Let me unload this Triple Bank freaking toolbox by myself. Put it in the storage unit, grab another toolbox, a different color, put it on the truck so it's something different. So maybe I'll get a hit on it. Then you got to remember all the crap you stuffed in that toolbox for the last 3 weeks. Then you got to take
that's the worst.
You hide all your flyers in there. You hide all your printer paper in there, all that stuff. And you'll forget that you left it in the toolbox. And where's the keys to this toolbox? It's just a bunch of crap. Then finally, it's like 7 o'clock. You drive to the gas station, fuel up with diesel fuel, get your coffee, start seeing customers. And then you come back in that night, and same thing. UPS orders to go through, sort stuff. You got to do.
The worst part is if you're busy. The worst part is too is if you're busy. I sold 25 toolboxes in 4 months. You know how much extra work that was?
Oh yeah.
I have to go to pick them up at FedEx and go unload them, unbox them, inspect them, put them on the truck, strap them down, take them to the customer, unload them. There's just like people. That's why me and you have respect for tool truck guys, and we always defend them. That's just it, because we know what they go through.
Now, there's plenty that don't need to be defended. There are shitty dealers out there.
Oh yeah, there is.
There's a bunch of them. Like that guy I was talking to you about earlier that grabbed me while I was headed out of the grocery store, talking about his dealer, and I said, "Yeah, I know him, and yeah, he is a pretty shitty dealer." I mean, they do exist. Right. So I mean, everyone's not struggling. It's not a poor me kind of thing. There are good ones and there are bad ones, but it is a job. People that think it's just a cushy drive around in a truck and collect money all day. That's definitely the furthest from the truth that it could be.
I had a guy ask me here not too long ago on Instagram, "Hey, what about becoming a tool truck dealer? What are your thoughts?" And I said, my thoughts are, what do you work now? And he said he worked 40 hours a week. And that's the first thing I always said when a guy wanted to be a tool truck dealer.
Your hourly work
Yeah.
is going to go way up.
And I said, how do you feel about working 100 hours a week? And
Yeah.
he says, oh, I'd never do it. And I go, no, then you don't want to be a tool truck dealer. I go, because if you're not willing to put in 100 hours, you're not going to do it.
Right.
Because you don't want to put in 100 hours. Don't get me wrong. 100 hours might be exaggerating a little bit. I probably put in 70 at least, I would say, on average, maybe 60 sometimes if I was lucky. And if I was really lucky, I could pull off 50 hours. But you have to get a system that works for you to do it. And that doesn't come overnight. That doesn't come in 5 months. You know, that doesn't come in 6 months.
Right.
And you're ever changing. You can get new shops on your route, new customers.
Right.
You know, it's
don't
it's
forget
no
about
joke.
the deadbeats. Don't forget about when you sell a toolbox to a guy and he makes 2 payments and disappears. You got to spend all that time towards tracking him down. I had 3 burner phones. Now that, you know, we've got the apps where you can get the fake phone numbers, and it makes it a lot easier. But I was constantly on Facebook Marketplace. I was on Craigslist before it became nothing, you know, making sure that none of my stuff was for sale. None of my customers were selling stuff out from under me. You know, just kind of crap that sucks about it.
I would say 80 hours in a shop is you're probably more profitable than in a tool truck.
Yeah,
that's my thing. That's why I'm not back in a tool truck. I would rather put 80 hours in a shop than be 80 hours in a tool truck. That's kind of where I'm at.
That's the thing about working in a shop. Every hour you turn, you're making money. In the tool truck business, there are plenty of hours you were turning and not making a dime before and after seeing customers. Not seeing customers.
Wait till you're sitting there and the guy who wants to buy tools and can't afford to pay you anything wants to have a 45-minute conversation with you, and you want to get to the next stop because you got a customer that wants to buy something. You know, that's the kind of stuff you got to deal with. There's a lot of patience.
Patience was thin. I took a page out of the old timers guide. At a certain point, after about 15 minutes of talking, you say, "Hey, bud, you gonna make a payment today? No. You gonna buy anything today? Nope. Well, get the hell off because I gotta go."
Nick, guys like you. This is why I try to promote guys like you to go to the truck. Because I'll be honest with you, most of the walk-on guys are better customers sometimes than some of my. Well, I mean, they usually come on, they know what they want to buy something. You know, if you already do your research because you don't know how much time you're going to have, and it's not like if you sit there and look around for a long time though, it's just going to get irritating. But normally, when I had guys that were doing walk-on stuff, they were really good customers. So that's why I always try to promote them. You know, that's just where we're at.
I was that kind of customer before, and now, like, I would have to chase down my dealer to buy stuff. I'd have to chase down my dealer to get him to take payments from me because he just wouldn't come around and wouldn't work. And but now I'm not like the second guy. Like, I got to get on the truck and look around because I got so much shit. It's like, what do I not have? I got to just kind of look around and see what I don't have at this point, or see if I see anything that might be useful that I don't have. So. I don't know. Why we always get stuck on talk about tool truck life anytime I get on here?
Well, that's because we got that advantage over anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, it's
a certain individual. Individual that was on and left.
Yeah. Well, failed
on a couple companies.
Yeah, there's that too. Failures. There's a lot of guys that like to toot their own horn. And because they're not that good, you know, and they just keep jumping around to different stuff. I'll tell you that monster deal that Tarek was talking about. I love hearing about Monster tools. Monster did a fire sale, sold out everything cheap. People that buy tools, this is a good topic too. People that buy tools from tool companies, especially that are going out of business, I want you to think, if you're complaining about buying tools from places and complaining about cost or warranty, all of that went out the window when you bought a tool from a company that's going out of business. Because you're not going to get it warranted, and no matter how much you paid for it, it's never going to be worth it when it breaks.
All right, you're going to have to buy it again.
So it doesn't matter. You buy Monster stuff, guess what? You're not going to get it warranted. And that even if they do come back, which my guess would be after seeing this happen through multiple companies over multiple years. Typically when a company goes out of business, they don't come back, and if they do, they are not going to warranty out that tool. In the case of Craftsman, they did. But look at Blackhawk's gone. and that's a pain in the ass to get warranted now. If you have Blackhawk USA stuff, you're not going to get it warranted. You know, like you're screwed. You know, let's think of some other companies. Yeah, Benchtop, All Trade. You know, I mean, even though Powerbuilt owns All Trade, I don't think I could get Powerbuilt to stand behind All Trade stuff.
Now, Benchtop, you can get them at, I don't know if they're still lifetime warranty, but I know a lot of home improvement stores still have them. No, Orscheln's, Tractor Supply. Yeah, they sell their sockets and wrenches. Yep.
Okay.
Benchtop.
I'll talk to my uncle. Kind of
he works at Orscheln's. I'll see what the deal is with that.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to talk. I mean, like Benchtop. I mean, I know it's cheap stuff, but that's the problem with some of those cheaper tool companies. Over the period of time, they have disappeared, and you've got no support from those companies. When you buy those cheaper tools, that's great. If Harbor Freight disappears, who's warranting their tools?
Nobody.
I mean, Grant, they might be big enough that you'll get somebody. There might be somebody to buy them if they did go down, which is probably not going to happen. Nope. But at the same aspect, if Harbor Freight left, there would be no support.
No.
Tanner, see you later.
That's
brand. There you go.
That's like recently. I keep getting a lot of questions on TikTok since I've been doing a lot of tool videos. All these kids are like, if you were starting off, what were you going to buy now? I said, I'm still going to say Snap-on. Well, first off, I asked them, I was like, all right, are you buying DIY tools or are you buying professional technician tools? What are you doing with the tools? And when they say that they're, you know, I'm starting to work at a dealership, this and that, I said, I know y'all don't like hearing it. I swear, Gen Z and millennials, I say millennials, but I'm a millennial technically. They all complain about the damn price. That's all they care about is the price. I'm like, look, I know that it's expensive, but hell, you get what you pay for in anything in life. I know a lot of people think that's a crock of crap, but I've always been told that my whole life, and damn if it ain't true. The older I get, the more I see that it's true. I said, look here. You go, they're talking about buying the Icon stuff from Harbor Freight. I said, look here, in 5 years, Icon's not going to be around. It never took off like they thought it was going to take off. They put a ton of money into marketing the stuff. It flopped on them. Icon's not going to be around. Will they probably supersede it to something else at Harbor Freight? Most likely. You know, every time that
what if they warranty it out with Pittsburgh stuff though?
Right.
What if they, you know, right. You're getting screwed.
That's the point I'm talking about. You know.
Yeah.
You know, eventually it's going to go away. Snap-on's been around for 100 daggum years. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. If they go away, we're in bigger trouble than anything else. Because if a company like Snap-on folds, the country's in pretty big trouble.
Yeah.
Know, if you're wanting to buy something that's going to last longer than you know, Snap-on, Mac, pretty much top two for.
They employ up to probably 50,000 people in the U.S. total. For employees, and I don't think the numbers are really accurate when I look up online, because I don't think they include the dealers. I don't think they include the different factories if they're not like, you know. I think Snap-on employs way more people than what like direct employees maybe, but they don't. I don't know if they count the dealers as employees, you know, because dealers are not employees; they're owners.
Right.
You know?
Right. As the last I heard at SFC, the last SFC I went to was in 2017 or 2018. I think there are 3,680 franchisees globally. So that's US, Germany, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and other parts of Europe. It was like 3,660 or 3,680, something like that, worldwide. Franchisees. Now, like you said, franchisees don't count as employees because they're franchisees. They're partial, you know, owners, whatever, depending on how much stock they have in the company, yada, yada, yada. Right. But yeah, if you think about if you count Baco and CDI and Williams and all these other corporations, if you count all the factories, if you count all of Shopkey, Mitchell, Snap-on owns them.
Yeah.
You think about all the employees they have.
John Beam. Yeah.
Right. The alignment machines, all the tire machines. I mean, there's a ton of ways you could count it, whether it's Snap-on, and then Snap-on Credit's its own company too. There are tons of people at Snap-on Credit that aren't, you know, in Kenosha, and everyone's not in Kenosha. And then there's marketing, and there's all these different offshoots of the factory too, of corporate side. and there's mobile company store managers, and there's FDs and SDs, sales developers and franchise developers, and there's TSS tool truck, tool sales specialists, the rock and roll cab guys. There's the DSDs, the diagnostic sales developers. There's the techno truck guys. There's the God, what's the other thing? The Think Big truck, the Mr. Big tool truck they got now. There is the trainers in Dallas, Texas. There is all of the outside engineers that they bring in from all the factories that go to SFC when we have our yearly big tool show. They bring all the engineers in to talk to us about the tools. I mean, it's a humongous conglomerate when you count all the offshoots.
Snap-on holds a pretty good share of American manufacturing.
Right. I mean, it's still no Bosch. It's still no Stanley Black & Decker, but it's still pretty big to be still basically.
Stanley's more worldwide, though, too. I don't think Stanley owns. I don't think Stanley owns as much. I don't think Stanley has as much in American manufacturing, but they said they do in the world. But Snap-on in America is pretty big. You know.
Stanley owns a ton of. What is Stanley Black & Decker?
Oh gosh. Somebody tried to tell me. Did I tell you about that? They tried to say that Stanley, that Mac or that Gear Wrench Corporation was the largest the other day, and I had to just
Apex, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Apex. They tried to tell me Apex was the largest tool company, and I was like, you know, if Stanley really cared about Apex, they would probably buy them too, but they don't want nothing to do with them.
Matco being a parking lot pass around again. We forgot about that.
Yeah.
About how many times they've been bought and sold. Let's see. They were who owned it before Apex?
Boy, I don't know about that one.
Because the last I knew that they were Apex, and then Apex sold them off to.
Was it K2 or Katie Danaher? That's what it was. Katie Danaher owned Apex.
Yeah, Danaher. No. Danaher bought them from Apex, and then Danaher sold them to Ford Ives. And then I've heard Ford Ives getting rid of them already.
Oh, really? Well, Stanley has.
Have you heard? You know about SATA?
What is it?
You know about SATA tools?
SATA.
SATA.
Yeah.
Oh, SATA. Yeah.
SATA in Taiwan. Have you noticed that SATA and Matco have the exact same logo?
Yep.
I have
That's
not.
like
the reason for that.
Some of the Gear Wrench stuff too.
Well, yeah, because Gear Wrench and Matco were all together under Apex. Before they split and killed Armstrong and.
Yep.
KD was
strong stuff. It's good.
KD was under Apex too, wasn't it?
I think
KD
at one point.
Yeah, KD was good shit back then. It was American made. Was Armstrong stuff. There was some Armstrong stuff or whatnot in there.
It hasn't been that long ago, because when I first got to Columbia, my route down there was in 2015, and Apex's one of Apex's headquarters is in South Carolina. And I pass by it on my Snap-on route every week. And because I looked it up at the time. And at the time, Apex had Gear Wrench, Matco, KD, Armstrong, what else? There's another big one I'm forgetting.
Fluke? Are you talking about Matco's that's in with Fortive now?
Did they own Fluke before Fluke went to Fluke under Fortive now too?
Yeah, yep. I'm pretty sure because Apex didn't have anything to do with Fluke, and when they came to Fortive, Fluke was there. I don't know. I don't keep up on it that much, but I'm pretty sure Fluke was with Fortive. That's probably the only reason Fortive would have been where they were at.
Matco is a lot lizard company. They really are.
I've done it.
Apex owns a lot of companies with Crescent and they got Crescent, they got Crescent, Delta, SATA, Gear Wrench, Nichols, Clayco, Weller, Allen, Belzer, Joe Box, Master Power, Delta. I say that Armstrong, which is closed. That's the thing is Apex doesn't have Armstrong because they closed them. Apex has shut down some of these companies too. I'm guessing since I've seen this, because Armstrong shouldn't be on this list. But and then Home Depot. What about Home Depot? Home Depot's trying to buy the shit out of everybody too now. They're flexing their muscle on everybody.
What does Home Depot own aside from a Husky?
well, they changed now. They bought some more stuff. HDX Husky was what they did own.
Right.
But they were getting stuff through Stanley when Husky was first doing stuff.
Well, now Walmart's got the Hart brand tools that were at Home Depot.
That's TTI.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Now, see, that's the thing I hate about Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee's tools, but I hate they're made in China, and I hate it's a Chinese company because TTI is a Chinese company, and TTI bought Milwaukee. They bought and own Ryobi. They've got Rigid. God, it blows my mind when I'm at Home Depot and talking to people, and they don't realize that Rigid, Ryobi, and Milwaukee are all owned by the same company. It's just tears.
Yeah. I just never bring it up. It's a sore subject.
It was just like GM with Chrysler, or with Chevrolet, Pontiac, and Buick, or Buick, Cadillac, and Chevrolet. You know, it was the same tier. It was just like Chrysler Corporation with Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge back in the 60s and 70s. They were all cookie cutter, the exact same car with different front end and different tail end.
Yep.
Emblems on them.
Oh, wait. So wait a second. The new name for Monster is K-Tool. K-Tool's already been around.
No, K-Tool owns
bought
Monster. I think
K-Tool International was already around.
Montebello Mustang about Mitchell. It is the stupidest thing Snap-on did. I don't know why they did this. Mitchell 1 and Shopkey are the exact same thing. They own the company, but they split the company in half. So Snap-on dealers, through their DSDs, their diagnostic sales developers, they could inquire with shop owner if they owned Mitchell or if they owned AllData. If they owned AllData, we could try to get them to buy Shopkey because Shopkey ties in with the Verus, the Zeus, and I think it ties in with the Triton now. I'm not sure. But Mitchell and Shopkey, even though they're the same company, are two completely different companies in the exact same building. Like, it's split down the middle. Shopkey is ran by Snap-on employees, and Mitchell is still ran by the old Mitchell employees. They kept their job. They didn't fire them when they bought the company. It's the stupidest thing. We literally compete Snap-on against Mitchell, and we own the entire company, and we compete against it. It makes no sense. It never made sense. No one has ever explained to the company why they do it or why they do it.
K2 is old up, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to know. The tool company, this is a good, wow, you guys are teaching me a lot. You know what? If everybody wanted to learn and know about the tool business and really get down into it, you would change your opinion about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You would change your opinion real fast about a lot of things. And that's why it opened my eyes as a tool dealer. And I was like, oh my God, here I thought this was going on. No, because it's all smoke and mirrors. It has been. Every company does smoke. Huh? We
need to get Chris on a live stream. We need to get Chris on a live stream because he knows way more about Top Tool and what is it, Kabuto or something, and Infar Industries and all these other people don't understand this. And this is what I found overwhelmingly shocking on TikTok too. The wrench videos, everyone talking, the stupid people with the Milwaukee wrench videos, the Max Bike. Oh, they've got the patent on that, and Snap-on wishes they could copy it with their stupid flank drive. I'm like, are y'all that stupid? Milwaukee has been putting wrenches out for what, 5 years now? Snap-on patented flank drive plus in 1990. Flank drive plus has been around for 21 years. No, 31 years. Gotta get. Yeah, my math's wrong. Yeah, 30. Yeah, 31 years. 1990 to 2021. Yes. I don't know why that didn't seem right. Oh, crap, it's 11:14. I didn't realize how late it was. And they're like, yeah, the Max Bites have Milwaukee's got the patent on them where Snap-on can't copy. I was like, what are you talking about? All Milwaukee did, same as Napa with Carlisle, and same as Harbor Freight with Icon, they called up Infar Industries and they ordered the generic freaking cookie cutter wrench out of their catalog of tools and had their name stamped on the handle and sent to them. It's all made by the same Taiwanese factory. It's just
90 billion tool companies are having it. Cornwall's having them done too. Cornwall has them done. Matco. I mean, Cornwall, Matco, Icon, Milwaukee. I mean, I don't know anybody. I can't hardly name many companies that aren't having them made by them. You
Right.
know,
I mean, everybody
Hey,
does.
CP, I got a question.
What's that?
Hey, CP, what's the nearest Cornwall truck around you? Because we don't have any around here. Next time I'm up near Des Moines, I'll have to look for one.
Yeah, well, he goes down to Sheraton is the closest he gets to you. Sheraton,
Okay.
Iowa. That's my guy. He goes down
Yeah,
there
because
every
I go
other
up.
week.
Yeah, I go up near Des Moines, but I've never stepped foot, never touched a Cornwall.
Well, my
Tool.
guy's getting a new Cornwall truck, so he'll have a new bigger Cornwall truck, and hopefully it's going to be loaded up. We're going to do a big video on it.
But
So,
I've never even held a Cornwall tool, so I need to get on that.
What happened
I
to
don't know.
Mr. Super?
I don't know.
What the hell happened?
No clue. See if you put something in the chat.
Maybe he accidentally clicked off. I don't know. Oh, there he is. He must have just. I think I broke that news out first on GG. Gotcha. Yeah, I tried to get Chris on. CP's. Yeah, I'm still on here.
Hey, CP, I'm going to run and use the restroom real fast. I'll be right back.
All right, buddy. Hopefully we get Mr. Subaru back on here. Might have to wrap it up here pretty quick anyways, because I'm getting to the point to where I'm getting, my voice is getting hard to talk. Oh, Mr. Subaru must have technical difficulties. Might be a good point to wrap it up. Oh, there he is.
I accidentally hit back on my phone. I got knocked out.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Chris,
What was
we're trying.
Chris said something about Instagram. I was in and out trying to get connected.
He said I think I broke that news out first on GJ. I don't know what GJ is. And maybe it's Instagram.
Garage Journal.
Oh, Garage Journal. I don't get on that thing.
I've gotten on it a couple of times. I've found it in searching information on tools before, but I was never on it. And then after I did the first Koken tool haul video, someone said in the comments that I was on Garage Journal. I went and found that article where they were talking about me, and that's how I got on there. And then after I started seeing Chris Cass's videos, I saw him. He was huge on Garage Journal and got a lot of posts on there with a lot of information.
Oh, does he?
Oh, yeah.
I just don't get on there because I know a lot of people are on there, and I know where that will go with my controversy. I just stay away from it.
The thing is, I'm just not a fan of forums. They just seem like the 90s to me. They're so old and outdated feeling. I don't know. I've never been able to get into forums.
We need to get Chris Cass on a live stream, though. That would be really good. I asked him before. He won't do it. He says he's got, what did he say? He was shy. You don't even have to show your face. Just talk.
Yeah, just turn the mic on and have a black screen, or put a picture up and just do audio only. All we need is info. We don't need to see you.
Yeah, I don't care. Really doesn't matter to me. Just listening, just to be able to pick your brain without having to ask you questions by typing it.
Right.
That would definitely be, and I think the viewers would really get a kick out of it.
But back to that is the thing that pisses me off more than anything is when people talk crap like that about Ultimate Wolfen's hand tools are so great and they're patented this and that. It's like, I can't believe that people don't understand. I mean, like, you can literally type in Infar Industries or Top Tool or what was the other one? There's another big one, and it's escaping me right now. You can literally just go to their website and look through, and it's just generic, different styles of wrenches, different sets of sockets, different kinds of ratchets, and all you do is call them up and have them stamp your name on it. Like, literally, I could start my own tool brand tomorrow.
Yeah,
if I had enough money to call up. I could literally have Mr. Subaru stamped on a set of wrenches, sockets, ratchets, whatever, and start shipping them out and selling them. And it'd be the same thing.
Getting your own tools made is not an accomplishment anymore.
Right. It's literally just calling up some Taiwanese company and getting your name stamped on it. It's just something generic.
Wear a paper bag, Chris.
Chris, help me out. What's the other big one? Infar Industries, Top Tool, and what's the other one I can't think of? It's the one we were talking about that we think
Tone?
made some of the stuff that, huh?
Tone?
No, Tone is a Japanese company, but they do have some Taiwanese rebrands.
Taiwan manufacturer.
It's
Well,
what?
I can't think of anything tonight. My brain is not working at all.
It's the company that we thought made the ratchets for Tone. The new compact. They still have the Japanese ratchet. Screen's frozen.
Oh, Powerbuilt.
No. It's the main Taiwanese company. Powerbuilt's just another
rebranding one.
Just like Blackhawk. Blackhawk is the same.
Was going through Tony.
They're getting it from the same people.
Yeah, I know. I remember that conversation. I'm just.
Infar Industries is the one that does the wrenches. Who is the freaking? God, I did a daggum video on TikTok about this one too, and I can't remember.
Yet?
I can see the freaking website, and I cannot think of the name of the.
Yeah,
are we frozen, or is it just on my screen? It looks like their cameras are frozen.
Is what?
Are our cameras frozen?
No,
or is it just,
I'm not.
Oh, I can hear you,
so.
but I can't see anything.
I'm right here. I moved off a little bit. Is it working now?
No, it's frozen. I just hear.
High five. That's what it is. High five.
Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of high five.
Yeah.
High five Infar Industries top tool. Cabo, I think it's one.
Yep,
Kubo.
Cabo. Yep.
They make the ratchet wrenches for a lot of people. I don't know.
Cabo's making a lot of wrenches. They make the standard wrenches though too, don't they? Or just the ratcheting? Or is Cabo's making?
They make like the spline drive offset flex, like the Matco, the Mountain, the Icon. They're known for that one.
Right. But they're not making the standard non-ratcheting wrenches?
I think they do, but they're really known for those long zero offset ratcheting flex.
The Mountain ones. The Mountain one. Yep.
Mountain, Matco, and there's like an Icon.
Cornwell.
Now is Icon.
Cornwell Icon. Yeah.
Yep. Cornwell's
that's
got
the thing. You can,
Doesn't Cornwell sell? What's Cornwell's off-brand? Blue Power? Huh?
Well, Blue Power, but they're but they brand the long Mountain ones Cornwell. They don't brand them Blue Power. Which is
and
weird.
then Mac's Expert. Mac has them as Expert.
Yep. The Expert line, which is, well, that's another messed up deal. I still don't understand what's going on with that deal for some of the stuff they make there, because I'll tell you what, I wouldn't say that. I don't know that they're making High Five or Cabo. I don't know who's making Expert, because those wrenches are way different. If you look at them,
I don't know.
They're thinner in some spots. They're the only ones that are a little bit different. So somebody else is making them. And then you go to the precision torques, and that's a whole nother story, because we talk about the Sid Chrome and whatnot like that. That's an interesting one, because they make them longer. I don't know if they're making them in the same factory, but why would they have different molds for making longer wrenches?
I don't know. I don't understand why Mac has Mac USA, Mac Precision Torque line, and then Expert. Why do they have three separate?
That's easy. That's easy for me. Because you know why? Because Snap-on started this with Blue Point.
Yeah, but it's just Snap-on and Blue Point. That's it. It's just two different things.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, the consumers, this is what marketing came up with. Consumers wanted a good, better, best.
Yeah, true.
So the expert tool line was the low end, Precision Torque was the mid end, and then the Mac is the high end. So that way it gave the consumer buying options if they didn't want to spend the money. But here's the thing: is you put it on a tool truck, and the same guy wants to pay expert prices for the Mac shit, but he wanted something cheaper. You know what I mean? So it doesn't work out.
I meant more so not from a price standpoint, but as so Snap-on branded product, hardline stuff is like 96% USA made. There is some, Spain and a couple other countries that are from Snap-on owned companies, but talking about actual tools, not talking about gloves and crap like that, like BA items and stuff like that. That's, Chinese, Taiwanese, stuff like that. But actual hardline, actual tools are USA made. Blue Point is like 90% Taiwan, China. There are still USA made Blue Point things.
Yeah.
That I understand. What I don't understand is why a lot of Mac branded stuff is Taiwan. Not all Mac stuff is USA. I know Mac Expert stuff is all foreign.
Yeah.
And then Precision Torque is all foreign.
Like, I gotta go. Good
is,
night, y'all.
why is Mac not like USA? There's Mac is like half USA, half rebrandish.
All their hardline is USA made. So sockets, just like Cornwell, just like Snap-on, their main hardline, your wrenches, your ratchets. So, and now they're starting to dick around with some ratchets too. That's why I went back to this one. This one is 100% USA made.
Right. So Mac.
Back in the day, though, Mac was in bed big with OTC. This is how this started. OTC and Lyle. Mac was the original ones to get in bed with these two companies, Lyle and OTC, and they had KD. They had a little bit of KD stuff too before Apex came along. That's where Matco came in and got off on some of that stuff. Is that they had their grips into that. Where Snap-on had their own manufacturing. Mac's really the original one to probably start rebranding. In all honesty, because they literally was the ones that figured out they could get these companies to build stuff and start selling them on their trucks. But I think OTC, which is Owatonna Tool Company, which they did make a lot of stuff in Owatonna. You had Kent Moore and OTC were a company that were together, and they made some of the best stuff in the world for your pullers and whatnot like that.
Yeah, Kent Moore and Miller. I've got a ton of Miller and Kent Moore stuff because they make basically a bunch of factory dealer tools.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
But Mac got into bed with them, and they were selling a lot of their factory dealer tools through Mac. They were rebranding through Mac, and they were USA made, and so they had a really good core line. You know, their specialty tools were USA made. They were competing with Snap-on on that level. But then, of course, those companies shit the bed now. OTC pretty much rebrands all theirs overseas now, laid off all their USA workers, you know, and the rest is history. Now we're back. That's when everything started getting shipped overseas. That's when it all started destroying the American tool company. That's the sad reality. In all honesty, that's the sad reality. Is, you know,
I understand all that stuff. It still just aggravates me. I think as far as tool trucks that rebrand, I still think Snap-on, honestly, as far as looking at the overall product line, Snap-on still makes more than anyone other than SK.
Yep.
USA.
Well, but here's the thing: is SK doesn't really build. No. SK doesn't build well. Like their hammers, they're Trusty Cook. So SK doesn't build all their stuff. So SK is no different than Cornwell, Mac, or Snap-on on the fact that SK only has a hard line. They have a limited supply of what they're selling too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from SK, but they have a limited line. Their core line is made in the USA, but then they're like you're not going to get SK made gloves, or anything like they sell stuff like that. Like their wire tire tools, they're probably Italian, like for their speed ties, for your safety wires and stuff like that, safety wire pliers. Uh-oh, did you lock up?
No. I'm unfroze now, finally. I was texting somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It just aggravates me, that kind of stuff. But
it is. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I know tool truck rebrands. I know that there's a lot of seeing other stuff that Snap-on rebrands, but like let's compare it to this. Okay, so like bolt grip puller, 2 and 3 jaw pullers. I found a bunch of old Mac ones that were my dad's from like the 70s, 80s. USA made. I made a comment the other day, in the Pullet flyer that the 2-jaw puller set and the bolt grip puller set that Mac sells now is Taiwanese made, not USA made by Mac. There's just more stuff that they stopped making themselves and are off branding, which the Snap-on bolt grip puller set is still made in USA by Snap-on. Their 2 and 3 jaw pullers are still made by Snap-on. I'm not here to defend Snap-on. A lot of people think, that like I'm a paid shield. Snap-on hates my guts. So know that as well as I do.
Oh yeah, Mac hates my guts. Mac hates my guts too.
Snap-on blocked me on Instagram months and months ago for my Milwaukee post showing how Milwaukee runs around circles on all of Snap-on's 18 and 14 4-volt lithium stuff. They got so butthurt about that, which was hilarious because they used to take my post on Instagram and stuff and put it in company emails and memos, and they shared some of my stuff before they even really got big on social media. And I don't know, it's just aggravating. I still talk to tons of the franchise. Like literally, I had 2 franchisees text me yesterday. Hey man, thanks for the sale. Check this out. And he literally sent me a video of his customer on the truck showing me one of my TikTok videos about converting the 1/4-inch ratchets to 3/8. He said, "Yeah, you saw me some ratchet repair kits, and you saw me, this, and that." And, so I'm still making Snap-on sales from my social media stuff, but they can't stand me.
Well, that's because the honest people are going to want to deal with that's the people that want to know the truth. Tool Truck Rebrands, thank you for coming in. We'll get to that question or that topic in a second because, but anyways, yeah, that's the thing is I was always honest, and that's why I made sales, and that's why I started doing YouTube because I did good. I did very well telling people, the truth. If I didn't like the product because of where it was made or whatnot, I told the truth. Never had a problem. So, Sheely, I don't know that they make as much as Tiger Tool does for pullers. I will say that.
As far as I know, there's not a ton of Sheely product that Snap-on has. I know all the Duramax injector pullers are made by Sheely. I know the new HD Pitman arm puller is a Sheely product, and it's literally half price to buy it from Sheely and without Snap-on's name on it. And if I'm buying it, I'm gonna buy it from Sheely. But I don't really know what else is really, that Snap-on rebrands. I know the Duramax diesel injector pullers and that Pitman arm puller. I think the heavy duty tie rod end puller, and I don't know. There's not a ton of stuff that I can think of.
They have a lot of Tiger Tool stuff. They have a lot of Tiger Tool. I've heard people say that before, but I know that some of the stuff they say is and that's like, I'm like, well, that's Tiger Tool. I know that Snap-on does some Tiger Tool stuff on there.
I've never heard of. I don't recall Tiger Tool. They
have a couple. They're the ones that do. They do a lot of pullers, like big heavy duty pullers. I know that Snap-on has a couple of them. I know they had a Pitman arm puller that it's a Tiger Tool rebrand. There's a couple other things that I know that they were using Tiger Tool for Snap-on. But
gotcha. See on my truck, I got where I wouldn't even order 18-volt Monster Lithium stuff because I didn't believe in the product, so I didn't want to sell it to nobody.
Yeah.
Plus, I started having issues with it. I had a ton of issues with the 8850 and the 8810 with the motors burning out. The CT761, there was a humongous issue with that rocker switch. Every single one of them was failing. They claimed that I'd send them all in. They'd claim, we put an updated rocker switch in it. It's no longer an issue. They'd burn up again. Customers would get pissed at me. It's like, look, I'm not selling any more of this stuff. If y'all can't stand behind it, it ain't going to last in the field. Because I don't want customers getting mad at me because I sold them some overpriced piece of junk. If y'all can't make it right, I'm not going to sell it. And they don't
I gotta go.
You talk like that.
Oh, thanks, ECW.
Thanks
Sorry, I know we were
man.
talking a lot.
No, you're all right.
I appreciate you coming by, Blake. I appreciate you telling us about your truck and stuff.
Yep,
I gotta we'll get
a
you on
video
another
uploaded
time.
and hit the hay.
Yeah, I'm about ready to be there too myself. Unfortunately, I got 3
Thanks
hours
for having me
I appreciate you coming by, Blake. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yep.
That's one thing I love about Koken. That's why I got so invested in Koken is the fact that they're still made in Japan. They're still privately owned. They're not a big corporation. They don't have a bunch of shareholders and all that stuff. That's one thing that Snap-on screwed up was if you ever call Snap-on and get put on hold, they talk about the fact that they've always paid dividends to shareholders, year after year without fail, yada yada yada. And there's a lot of BS going on behind the scenes, how they keep the stock prices going up, and it screws the franchisee at the end. But we've talked about that before. We won't get into all that, how they scheme that out. But yeah, that was one of the things that drew me to Koken. Tone is, I don't know, it's kind of half and half because there's a lot of stuff they rebrand to have a full catalog. There is a lot of stuff they still make in Japan themselves, but I've seen that most of the products I've gotten have been rebrands from them. They're not genuine Japanese made stuff. Again, we need Chris on here because he's got way more experience with the Japanese stuff. He was more than either of us.
Yeah, he's been over there to actually see it.
I know. I'm eventually going to get there. Apparently, I don't know if it'll be this year or not, but that's the plan. You know, I was supposed to go in April of 2020, and that didn't happen.
Kelly Auto Tech, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Mark Schumacher, what's going on? Tools, trucks, tech with Mike. What's up? Mike Jones here. Mike Jones, how you doing? Wow, he's got everything going on there. Haven't seen Mike Jones for a long time. Unfortunately, guys, I am at my wit's end here. I have to sign off. I hate to do it when we get such a good discussion going, but I've had
Real
enough.
quick.
My throat's getting.
Real quick. Yeah, Walter, the gold-plated Snap-on air hammer bits were not made by Snap-on, but all the new silver ones are made by Snap-on. So that's why all the bits are silver now instead of gold. Snap-on is actually making them themselves now. So they still are fixing stuff. They still are going backwards where they're now making stuff that they weren't. So at least they are, not continuing to outsource stuff. They're starting to actually manufacture more. So I do like that about them too. I think he just went for a bathroom break real quick before he comes back and tells us all to go away. Those Coke and nut grip sockets you guys and Chris Cass turned me on to. Been using them for a bit now. Chef Kiss, they are awesome. That they are. I really, really like them. Haven't had any complaints about them. How's the Coke and tool truck coming along? Well, it runs and drives. I haven't put the new tires on it yet. I still don't know if it's actually going to become a Coke and tool truck yet, or if I'm just going to sell it to make money on the Mack truck. It depends on the next month and a half or so of Coke and USA, and if they get their inventory in the US up and get the warehouse space up and get the number of employees up, where they can actually sustain a tool truck. Because right now they're not at the capacity that could sustain a mobile tool truck business, and that's the main thing holding it back. You get any of the new Milwaukee mid torques? I got the new big torque half-inch drive. I did a review video on it a month or so ago. Oh, Chris, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I just found that out actually myself. My dealer let me know the other day. Now there will be, yeah. You're right on that, Montevello. We're in trouble with that. If it's a Coken truck, will you deliver? Alabama's a little far from where I'm at in upstate South Carolina. I don't know exactly what my territory will be since it won't be a franchise. Honestly, basically the whole Southeast will be game for me as far as I know. I don't know. We haven't really talked about online sales yet. I know they have 2 outside online retailers, so I might be able to sell online if I can't see you in the truck. Like I said, if that happens, there's a lot of ifs and the stars have to align perfectly for all this to happen. Have I spoken to the German tool truck, Robert Gleason? He carries Ghidorah, Stavilla, Hotzet, and a lot of cooking. I haven't directly spoke to him, but I've talked to Jim Chase, who's the CEO of Coken USA, who does talk to Mr. Gleason. If you want to make a road trip to South Carolina and see the truck, if I get it up, you're more than welcome. See if he's making a lot of noise back there. I knew that German tool truck, I knew he stole Hotzet and Stavilla. I didn't realize that he had Ghidorah. I thought he had a lot of Vera stuff, but I didn't know about the Ghidorah.
Oh, I left that up on the screen for you.
I will do that even spend a few dollars. Favorite tool? You know how many tools I own? You know how hard that is of a question to answer. Like favorite tool, like of what brand? Like that that's a humongous question to answer. What is your favorite tool? of
That
all
is a
the tools.
ridiculous answer. There's no way I could answer that.
Well, let's say I've got an 84-inch Epic and a Maximizer cart full with crap on top of it. There's too much even just I own personally to choose. Not much of what else is around there on my wish list.
I'm out of options for toolboxes. I got 4 of them now. I guess I got 2 toolboxes and 2 tool carts, to be correct.
I was talking to my dealer the other day. He said, the big truck's coming. I said, well, get me a teal Mr. Big with black trim because that's what I want. But what's the rev limiter of the sandbar? I honestly don't know. I'm not out there trying to.
Oh, he gone. I feel like Gador is on par with USA craftsmanship, except more expensive. Tool Truck Rebrand has been getting right into the German stuff. To be honest, I'm not too impressed with Gador. I feel like Gador is on par with USA Craftsman, except for more expensive.
Stupid phone. I don't know
It
what rev
happens.
limiter is. Not trying to blow it up, but I know at 60 mile an hour, spending 5,000 RPM in 5th gear.
What? No kidding? Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so 60 mile an hour, 5th gear, it turns 5,000 RPM. Now, everyone's like, what the hell? You've got to remember, it's a 0.6 liter. It's 660 cc's. It's a motorcycle engine. You know
It's
how
only
much
660 cc's?
Yeah, it's a 4-cylinder 600. It's actually 658 cc's. Is the sandbar engine.
Wow.
It's
The
a
piston's got to be the size of a bottle cap.
Yeah,
For
they're
600.
like, check out on Instagram Sammy the Sandbar. He's got one too. He's got the supercharged version, and he's putting the forged pistons in his, so he's got the cylinder head off, and you can see how big they are. They're literally like 2 inches across, 2.5 maybe.
50 to 72-inch toolbox. Should I buy? Can't afford anything crazy. I would say Master Force. Master Force is best.
He said the big truck's coming around in about a month. I said, well, get me a teal and black trim to Mr. Big. Although I have nowhere to put it. That's really what I want. A 144 inch.
I struggle with I want to buy a Titan, but I struggle with it because where you have to have 14 foot of clear wall for that toolbox. You know how much real estate or how much good real estate that eats up? 14 foot of good wall. I mean, that's over half your shop if it's 24 foot wide. But it's just dumb. I don't. I cannot justify if a mechanic wanted to bring that type of toolbox into my shop and I didn't have it set up. That's a toolbox for a shop owner. Don't get me wrong. But for a technician to have it, boy, better be a truck shop. I'll tell you that much.
If I built that 60 by 100 shop I've been planning, that would just be a speck on the wall. But if I ever went anywhere, I couldn't take that box with me. Hell,
half the places wouldn't allow you to get in there.
Right. So I've interviewed with 2 Subaru dealerships. Talking about way back at the beginning when you said you were talking to somebody the other day in Europe that said they'd seen my videos.
Oh yeah, the guy he's in God damn it, where did I say he was? He was in UK. He's in the UK. He's in the UK.
So I went and interviewed. The last Subaru dealership I interviewed at was one in Charlotte, North Carolina. There's only 2, so you got a 50-50 chance of guessing the right one. And I had my interview with the what the hell, brain fart, the shop manager, and he said, "Well, hang on, let's go out here and meet the lead tech, and I'll get him to come in here and like fill you out, see if you know what you're talking about, yada yada yada, all that BS." So I literally walk out of his little office with him and stand there, and I'm actually in a snap-on polo shirt because I didn't have any like dressy clothes to wear. And he said, "Yeah, you ain't got to wear like a button-down shirt, suit kind of thing to the interview." He said it's kind of formal. So I had a snap-on polo shirt on, red polo, just had snap-on over here, had Team Extreme down the sleeve. That was my FPT. No shit, I had 3 techs from the Subaru dealership, younger guys, all ran up to me. "Holy shit, you Mr. Subaru! I watch all your videos." I'm like, I'm
That's
like
awesome.
looking at the general manager. I'm like, you've got a dealership, and 3 of the techs so far have just run up to me and say they watch my videos fixing cars in this dealership. That should be all you need to know right there. I'm already teaching your other techs here. They're watching my videos to fix cars in the daggum shop. So
maybe that's what you need to do is start doing some teaching, do some classes. You know, those guys make good money doing that shit. $1,000 a day, easy.
I ain't got the patience. I ain't no teacher. That's why I make YouTube
they have to
videos.
shut up. They don't. They just have to listen to you. That's all they have to do. They have to listen to you and then follow instructions.
That's why I make the YouTube videos. I can put it all right here. I can put it out to the world. They can watch it, and then if they got questions, I can filter through the comments what I answer, what I don't. I don't have someone stopping me a million times asking stuff constantly. So
yeah,
but yeah. So he goes and gets their 20-year senior master tech to come talk to me. So we're sitting there in the office talking, and I asked him. I said, I know about the SSM 3 and 4, the Subaru Monitor 3 and 4, which is the modern, scan tool. I said, is there a lab scope on that? I didn't know about that. Or what do y'all use for lab scope? He said, yeah, it's got a 2-channel scope, but I don't never use it. I said, wait, you're the 20-year senior master tech here? Yeah, and you don't use a lab scope? Nah. Why not? He said, well, I've been doing it long enough where I basically know what's what. I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, you're that jackass that has a drawer in your toolbox that's got nothing but good cam sensors, crank sensors, coils, modules, and all you do is plug one in and see if it fixes it. And then you go to the parts department. Hey, get me a module. They do it. There's all those guys. He was probably late 40s, and I see this all the time as a Snap-on dealer. I saw it. All these older guys in the field. I'm not making general, broad sweeping, because I know there's a lot of older guys that have kept up with their education and kept up with, scanners and technology and their diagnosing skills. But there's so many of these older guys that always are like, man, I just wish they'd go back to carburetors and get rid of these damn computers and all these stupid fuel injectors and all this mess. It's just too complicated. And I'm like, well, if you're in that line of thinking, you don't need to be in the industry anymore. You have gotten passed by already. If you don't understand that you have to keep up your education, you have to constantly learn in this field, you're not going to be able to do anything. If you come from the point of, I learned this all 30 years ago and I've been doing this for X amount of years, I don't need to learn nothing else, and you're screwed.
Right. I understand.
But that's another thing. The other day, had an argument with somebody on TikTok. And he said, well, I've been working on cars for 17 damn years. I don't give a crap about anyone coming up with their damn how many years they've been turning wrenches. Because think of it this way. Someone says, well, I got 15 years of experience. Yeah, if you worked at a damn Jiffy Lube for 15 years, you got 15 years of changing oil and slapping brake pads on. What does that amount to? Absolutely nothing. So when people talk about how many years experience they got, it doesn't mean anything if there's no context to what they did in that X amount of years in the field.
Funny story about that. The other day.
Does it start with Scotty?
Nope. So the other day, guy doing a brake job said the same thing to me. I don't need any help. I know what I'm doing. Been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Doing a brake job on a Ford.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Just goes back, rips the wheels off, starts doing it. And I'm like, so why didn't you put that in maintenance mode if you know what you're doing?
Electric parking brake?
Yep.
Yep.
He goes, I don't need to put that in there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yep.
There's that's called stubborn technicians. They don't want to better themselves. They're just being stubborn. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of bullheaded people.
Happens all the time. Like I said, a certain person we know that's got 59 million years of experience. Every video it gets longer and longer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Windy. It's really windy. Well, guys, it's time for me to call it. I can't
I need to jump in the shower.
$1,000 a day, Shazam. It's almost 11 o'clock here, and I got to be up in the morning. So, anyways, guys, thank you for coming on, Mr. Subaru. Thank you, ECW, Blake, and thank you, Montevello, for coming on tonight. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Later.